this posting to social media. We getting there. Oh, the music stop. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Listening to some Mechwarrior 2 music because, why not? No. Time for a Mr. Reboot. Oh, hi, Zoe. Oh, hi, Racer. What is up? Woot, Battletech. Look at this. I got it in just a little bit ago. Whoop. Shata. I have another one coming too, the Essentials kit, but this is the first one to arrive. Because I've never played Battletech or Mechwarrior 1 until this week. Puppy Kitten Trout is here. Oh, hi, Puppy Kitten Trout. Who's ready to fire up that 286 and take a look? Why, Brian, I think it's a fantastic idea. Yeah. Thank you, Greg, for walking that resub for 54 months. Thank you so much. What's up, Greg? 67. That is crazy. 67 months. Woot. Furball, what's going on? Sound Blaster settings. That takes me back, right? We're about to pop into this DOS. Oh, did that say? That's not the right one. Is that the right one? That's the right one. Yeah. The real question is, do we need the extended and expanded memory or just... Oh, mister. Why you doing that to me, man? Mister seems to be having a little trouble. What's up, mister? Is it because of the choice? Did I make some choices? Max and stable. Let's, yeah. Oh, hi, Captain Kipper. What is going on? Okay, so the original Mechwarrior would have been released in the 286 era, right? Which would have put you at more like a PC-AT, not a 386. This would have been late. So yeah, you might have upgraded to a 20 or a, let me see. I don't think XT, AT 10 or 20 maybe. Maybe that's the best place to go. We'll start there. Audio and video, that all looks fine. Opal, that's correct. That's what we want. A little SM synthesis going on. Oh, I used to really love some Mechwarrior. I never played until the other night. All right, Kevin Kipper says it works with 512K. All right? Just 512K of memory. What did we say the memory was? So we can't adjust the memory below... If I remember correctly. Oh, this is not where it said, is it? Hardware, there it is. RAM size, you cannot go below... What did I do? Oh, 16 megabytes. That's as low as you can go, I think. Yeah. It's either 16 or 256. I don't even know what you would do at 256, but why not 16? I don't know the TSS fix. Anybody know? MIDI's fine. First boot is a floppy. Not worried about that. Do we need to go into UART mode? I don't think so. Not this time. Whoop. Now let's reset and apply hard drive. Let's see what happens. Booting from the hard drive. I wonder if... Let's go with that one. I wonder if this disk is causing any problems. Audio card is configured. This is the first time I've seen it do this. Is it because I've got... Interesting. It's been working for days now. Let's just make sure that this mounted image is not causing some kind of problem. I wouldn't think so, but let's find out. Keep out there. Yeah, I guess it was the CD-ROM. Oh, because it was trying to detect it afterwards, right? Okay, interesting. I don't know why that was having trouble. Okay, whatever. Got some lovers of the Battletech and of the Mechwarrior in the chat. Right. Captain says 640 kilobytes is enough for anyone, baby. Captain confirms I played some Mechwarrior 2 Mercenaries. That was the one that I was introduced to. So I didn't get into Mechwarrior until Mechwarrior 2 Mercenaries. I didn't play too many of the other ones. I played some of the adjacent ones. What was the one that was on the Xbox that I used to soft mod? Because I played it because I needed it for soft modding. But Mercenaries was where I really lived at. All right, Zoe. Yes, right. A little Tech Tuesday. I mean, Thursday. But 3 was the best, Captain Kipper. I haven't gotten to 3 yet, but I'm going to. We're about to run into an ad real quick if you're on Twitter and you're not subbed. So brace yourselves. Don't worry. We won't start without you. We won't start without you. But if you're on YouTube or such, you should be. Thank you for the follow, Threshold AU. Is that for Australia? At the end of that or something else? Mech Assault. Mech Assault. Yes, that's right. That was the one that was on. It was the Mech Assault. Good call. Good call. Indeed, it was the Mech Assault. And I like that one pretty good. And I'll tell you, I played a little bit over the last couple of days. Before Tanker, where you been? We've been waiting for you. We were like, should we start? And I'm like, I can't start yet. Before Tinker isn't here yet. How are we supposed to just roll in? Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. Got my penny racers out tonight. And run some Battletech penny racers. You can start now, Zoe. Right? Reet rot root. Reet rot root. Hey, while the goobs are out there on Twitch universe and not they haven't subscribed yet because whatever, things happen. Maybe they can't right now, but that's okay. That's fine, because what we're going to look at real quick is not an advertisement, but something that I really like. I picked this up not too long ago. It's called a Fantic. They don't sponsor me or anything, but I did think it was pretty cool. It's got a little USB up here. It charges up. Oh, wait a minute. I'm too far away. I'm just too far away. Let's go to the rear cam. Let's get on the rear cam. Ah, Fantic. All right. I really like this. I can't remember who recommended it to me, but whoever did, thanks a lot. Really cool little screwdriver set. Has USB charging, and it's a wireless little deal here. I've been fairly impressed. It's pretty strong, and it does have settings for just manual, or if you want to screw forward, screw back. Boy, that's not the best. Like I said, I'm not really advertising this. I just saw it on my desk, and I was like, I don't think I ever talked about this, but I picked this up not long ago. It's really good for like working on my little retro crap. Capgiver says, I hate it when I forget to renew Prime. All right, everybody's back. All right. We're just looking at my Fantic screwdriver. They don't sponsor me or anything. I just like it. Someone recommended it in the community, and I got it, and it's been pretty good for doing crap with my retro crap. Greg says, I got one of those. Use it every day. I do too. It's the one. It's my go-to in the office. Let's get back to everybody can see me. Oh, hi everybody. Let's play some Mechwarrior 1 on DOS 6.22 running. Let's see. Let's make sure we know what got here. We got a PC AT 10 megahertz. We're going to start there to see if it will function. And one of the reasons why is because when I first started playing this the other night, I was like, oh, are those guys kind of going fast? It seems like they're going fast. I don't think it was. I think the timing was still fine. I don't think it was. I don't think the timing is CPU dependent. You know how some games they'll run really fast because of the timing. I don't think it did. I just think I was not expecting it to play as fast as it did. I didn't realize it was like mostly RPG with some action. So let's get into this. I installed these from the floppy disk that I got off Archive, I believe, because these games are really hard to get. Good old games, my place I usually go to get good old games. I couldn't find this anywhere. I did find on eBay, so I've got coming. I've got, is it called Trilogy? I can't remember. Anyway, it had this and several others. So it comes on a CD and it's on its way. Hopefully it'll be here before too much long. But we're going to look real quick. We're in DOS 6.22, like I said. We could play some Doom, but no, we're going to play Mech. I'm trying to tab through it like it's going to like it's going to spell it for me. Oh, it's not case sensitive, is it? It's not case sensitive. No. And then we're going to look at a couple of things. So I happen to know that MW is the .exe file that's going to give us the joy. But let's see what else is in here. Oh, okay. So I guess I probably should have put a dot there so that it would know to exclude those bin files. There we go. Now, this seems to be 3 applications that could possibly be launched, but I'm not sure if this is auto-detecting or what. I've tried to do Mechwarrior underscore EGA because I was just like, is that different than the regular one? The other one is only like, what, 4 megabytes, but then the main is 138 megabytes, which means to me that these little MW underscore smaller files are probably some kind of executable that launches some I don't know if it does some conditioning for the machine so that it can, communicate with some particular hardware. Because I see Tandy in here, an EGA, a CPIX S. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah, Captain Kipper, my abandonware is a great place to find stuff. So I wish that we would have a good old games Mechwarrior because I feel like it would be beneficial. It runs great on DOSBox, and those guys, but it's probably an Activision problem, right? It's probably an Activision problem. So, okay, this is what we're going to do now. It's time to get real uncomfortable. We've been listening to the Mechwarrior music for the soundtrack, Mechwarrior 2 soundtrack. This is DOS. This is AdLib. This is not, I do have a Sound Blaster installed, but it's just backwards compatible with AdLib, which is what you would have had. Let's see if we can read this before it leaves the screen. Between the fall of the ancient Star League and the rise of the heirs of Steiner Davian, there lived an age of war unlike any before or since. 5 great houses struggled fiercely for sole possession of the inner sphere of man. Across this troubled starscape marched mighty machines, and we'll just have to figure the rest out. So, the version you have is DOSBox. I believe the version I first looked at to see how it was going to work was DOSBox, and I put that on my Atari VCS so that I could use it with Batocera, easy to launch it, get all the little cool effects and everything. But then I went back and looked for the original floppies, and I believe I downloaded because I got 4 images. We could look at the sizes probably, but I believe they were the 5 1/4 floppies and not the 3 1/2. I think the box that you would get would come with both. So it was, it's like, whatever you got, man, this is what we're going to do. So I believe that's the one that I got. Let's double check that. I also got the floppies and of a couple other things too here. So Mechwarrior, and like I said, 4, I believe it's not showing me the size, but from the count, I'm assuming, the count, I'm assuming that's correct. So, Captain Kipper, yes, you are correct. You need the manual for the copy protection code. So, there's actually no copy protection on the disc. So, if you look at the cover box, I went on eBay, looked at the cover boxes, went online and looked at the cover boxes, and there is no copy protection because one of the first things they tell you in the manual is make backup copies. So, you want to make backup copies of this, and here it is. This is the part we were just talking about. So it's not really a copy protection as much as this password protected, right? Or it's kind of password protected or cross reference protected, but it's not really copy protection because you can copy it. But then you'll want to get the manual. Now, if you get the DOSBox version that's out there, I've seen a lot of people with the DOSBox version, and they've already pulled it out. So they've pulled that part out. So you'll come to this screen, you'll just hit enter. Matter of fact, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. It'll probably kick me out. Oh, look, see, it just tell me nope, try again. So we're gonna go look real quick for the manual, and archive.org is a great place to do this. Not if it's a Sega game or something. Sega Retro has got some really cool stuff. But just typically if it's something that's kind of abandonware, which this kind of is, like the first one, they don't go back to it too much. I think it's held up in some kind of legalities. I'm not sure exactly what the legalities of, but I know they're in there. And one of the reasons why is because BattleTech itself has often ran into copyright issues, especially with like macros or what did we call it here in the States? Why am I blanking on Robotech? Robotech had used, I think they licensed some of the models and stuff. So I'm not sure if derivatively that some of this stuff, I'm still researching that stuff. So if any of you guys know what's going on with that, let me know. Let me know. I depend on you. I depend on you people. You people. All right, so let's take a look at the manual real quick. So the mech controls, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get to that shortly. But the most important part is getting to the mech section. Mechaleka high, Mechaleka. You say it. All right. Flipping through the book. Okay, so here's where you look. So it's going to, as you can tell, there is a mech on screen on the right-hand side. Or you can kind of look for that, or you can look for the code check is going to be yeah, you got to find the mech, right? You got to find the mech. Have I not got? Okay, yeah, we're in there. We got to look at the little square. The little square shows you which mech you're looking for. And this is it this guy? Does it quite look like that guy? This is it's not a Phoenix Hawk, right? Is it a Phoenix Hawk? I don't think so. That's a higher end one, right? That's definitely not the Locust. It kind of looks like, but it's not. It's got like a collar and stuff on him. All right. Let me zoom in. Maybe I'm not sure if you're able to see it as well as maybe I would like you to be able to see it. I think this is our guy right here. This is what is this thing exactly? This is on the previous page. So let's flip back. This is a Shadowhawk. Okay, so it's the SHD 2H Shadowhawk. Now, if you're not into learning a bunch of lore and stuff, this game may not be for you. And it's really not important to enjoying the gameplay once you get into it, but it is important for your progression, and we're going to find out very shortly. Before Tank Girl is a popped collar, and Captain Kipper has already flown forward to page 38 and let us know. Yeah, that's right. So we're like the Goonies. It's our time. It's our time. What do we get, Shay? Thank you for that resub. 47 months, 48 months, dear one. Sneak it over closer to, oh yeah, almost 4 years. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, look, we got some Twitter where I posted and let you know that I was online. All right. So what we do here is we can Lima Golf. We code check is Lima Golf. We need to type in slasher. Now, like I said, if you got the DOSBox version that's floating around out there on abandonware, it's probably already got this part removed and you just click at it. But we do have to do that. Look at that authorization confirmed. These guys are no longer going to keep us from entering the obviously a structurally unsound place. There's this cracks in this place. Let me get back here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I foolishly did not switch the camera back, but authorization confirmed. Glad to have you aboard. And we've got these two guys here who are keeping us from entering into, I'm not sure exactly where they're keeping us out of, but I want in. Shay, how is your Friday going? I'm assuming it's Friday already. Oh, really? Captain says just S works. So it only checks the first character. Really? Interesting. That is so much fun. Here, I've been typing out stuff like authorization code. So you're telling me that if I got Romeo Alpha Zulu and I typed in Glory Boy, I could just type in G and not Glory Boy? I just like saying Glory Boy. Woo! Shay says Friday is going well so far. Thank you so much. All right, so I see a Mortal Kombat logo down there on the left-hand side, but here we go with some information. Burning purpose, etched forever in the mind as slow curves pulled upward into spikes. Dark wings framing an almost human death skull. Almost, but for the fangs of the beast. A crest for killers? Find it, and you find the chalice in the dark wing. Only 5 years remain. Okay, so we've got 5 years. It is April 30, 24. And the reason why this is important is because you cannot complete this game necessarily like, there's not like a win scenario. There is a story win scenario, though. You can investigate and complete your storyline. So there is a narrative. Wunderbrat, what is up? Made it to the stream. Come on in. Grateful Walkman says, Glory Boy was my high school wrestling name. We're calling you Glory Boy before Tank Girl. All right, so we got a burning purpose, just like Loki. Etched forever in the mind as a slow curves pulled upward into spikes, dark wings framing an almost human death skull. Are you talking about the logo down there? Almost, but for the fangs of the beast, a crest for killers. So that's their crest. Okay, find it, and you find the chalice in the dark wing. Only 5 years remain. Okay, I'm not quite sure I understand what that is. Okay, there's a couple things going on here as well. Now, I am using my old school looking, we're using the MiSTerFPGA, right? We're fired at the MiSTerFPGA. If you're not familiar with that, let me know in the chat and we'll talk more about it. But basically hardware emulation. Here is my cherry poppin' daddy mouse, right? Optical mouse. I'll try not to shine that directly into your eyes. And this is hooked right into USB into there. So I've got that old school feeling of a mouse. Now, this would have been maybe so where you didn't have a mouse just yet. 1989, Windows 3.1. Not everybody had a mouse. I mean, it was recommended. If you want to play some games, you probably at least had a joystick, right? All right, we got that one. And then on our other side for the keyboard action, we're going wireless with our 8-bit do. Yeah, that's right. Got our 8-bit do up. This is I forget how long I've had this, but I've had it for a while. I ordered it must have been for my birthday last year, early last year, which is really good because I can switch this little switch between Bluetooth and the 2.4, and I can switch between my two machines that I have for retro gaming. And we're going to need this thing. I don't think we'll need the numpad. I do have a numpad adapter as a second unit, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Oh, hi, Houdini 7. Shay says, I think MW3 was my first taste of this on PC. Me too. Shay, I talked about that earlier. It wasn't until Mechwarrior 3 Mercenaries that was that first time I ever played it. We did play the pen and paper version of school, though. I have never played BattleTech. I was familiar with BattleTech, but I have never played it. So I ordered this week just so I get an idea of what was going on between the game, electronic game, and the tabletop game. I wanted to know what was a little bit, how is it faithful? Is it, is it loosey-goosey? What did they get right? What did they get wrong? So I got a beginner's box that's going to kind of read through it, and we'll probably open this up in a little bit and look at the insides. I also have an essentials box coming, and it should be here, I think it said tomorrow, so that should give me time this weekend to give a look at that. Pactus Lupus says, I love the pen and paper version. I'm pretty excited. I've learned a lot in the last 3 days about BattleTech and Mechwarrior. Now, time is a factor in this game, but time progresses through either travel or I think is it just travel? We're gonna find out. So let's see. Can I go to this? So if I go here, okay. So this is the kind of the overworld. It looks like, and this took me a little bit of time to figure out. And you can tell me to shut up if everybody knows this. Yeah, how was your 21st birthday? Jay says a proper rotary switch, not a teeny little flip one that needs a pin. Yeah. All right, so what we're looking here is like kind of like an overworld, and it's not. And you think when you look at it first, like, oh, this is like, the landmass on wherever you're at. It's not. This is actually regions of, and each of these regions are managed by a house, a royal type of feudal house, kind of like Dune or something, right? And so if you're not familiar with that, we'll have to really break it down. Like Game of Thrones, I'll just keep throwing out clans. Actually, clan was a thing, right? Captain Kipper, there was Mechwarrior 2 was kind of clan. Yeah, reminds me of Risk, said Greg. Yeah, exactly. So each of these areas are in general. So you see those little dots in there? I think they're supposed to be larger. They're supposed to be planets. I'm not sure if those are actually planets. Don't quote me on this part of it. But essentially, each of the regions is composed of planets. This is the year 30,000, 30,000. It's in the future. It's at least 1,000 years in the future, right? Or more. Humankind has, and you can read this in the manual, humankind has flown the coop where we've populated places, right? We've had wars and now this is kind of taking place at kind of like a lull, between the wars and stuff, right? We're kind of in a little bit of a lull, and people have some faction has, or clan, or however you want to describe it, has essentially killed our family and dishonored us. And so now we're on the run, and we got to get some, we're going to have to get out here with our mechs and investigate who did it. It's a real whodunit. So that's where the story kind of lies, right? So I mentioned travel. You'll also notice that we got wealth. And if you look at the top, it is the name. So I'm not 100% sure on this part because I've only kind of played a little bit. But it is nicknamed Nausea, as someone posted in the Captain Kipper posted in the service. Nickname is the planet is known for seafood. So we can, let's see if my mouse does work. Excellent. Okay. So we can pick these different areas in Oshika. Did I say that right? This is a capital or an important part in the region, typically towards the center. And this whole, I think this whole area right in here, I believe, is the more center part where everything comes together is your higher populations. If you get out here towards the edges, or I think they call it the peripheral or something like that, you'll notice that the population typically goes down, but not necessarily. Now, if I click outside of the actual dots, does it go anywhere? It does not. Okay. Now, you know what? This might just be, maybe this is just one group in a plant. I'm a little bit confused about this part, and maybe you guys can kind of fill it in. Will it, if I pick one of these houses, will it like highlight? Okay. And that shows me, okay. So this is kind of just a reference chart. Maybe it's kind of like, okay, this is House Steiner, and these are the places that belong to them. So we're looking for Baxley. So let's say like we were specifically trying to find, revenge against one particular house. We could look at here, Baxley, and we would notice that their crest over here is that sword and that sun. If we were to reference it in the manual, I'm sure we probably could find out what each one of those means. The manual is so important. All right, the manual is super important on these old type of games. Not so important a little later on. Anybody got a favorite mech? Anybody watch Robotech, Macross, whatever it was in your area? Gundams? Is there anything that you like out there? Where are the crest? I need to know where the crest are. Capkeeper says Mad Cat. Too many choices. Back to Slupa says many choices. Can't decide. Maybe it's towards the front. Oh, wait a minute. Is that, nope, that's just the icons and stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Contracts. Oh, it just shows that one logo there. So do I have to like just figure it out as I go along? Surely not. Sure. The Trichonis Combine. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is towards the front. Boy, look at all this story you get. All right. So it covers like a 1,000-year span, right? 1,010-year span. Okay. And then here is a big chart. Enjoy. We decided we're going to look at the sword with the sun in the background, which, oh, there it is. Went right past it. It is the Federated Sons. Well, that makes sense. And what family is that? A member of the Davian family. So we just scroll down here to the Davian family. Get over to the Davian family. And I think I'll do a keyboard in. There we go. So if we want to go to some place, like let's say we specifically were like, screw you, House Davian, and we wanted to go to Ender's Moon, we could click here. And I believe, yep, that's selected. So that's one way to do it, right? You go planets, then you go to the houses, and then you pick the specific location you're going to, then you hit travel, right? Okay, and it shows us. We're not that far from there, it looks like. By the way, once again, ad lib. lots of these people at the port you're recognized almost instantly are picked up by local police within minutes. The charges against you and your family, phony though they may be, go unchallenged in court. Helpless in prison, you are an easy target for assassins using the prison riot as cover. All right, then. That was fast. Does that mean game's over? How do we get out of here? Oh, wow. So, all right. So, future reference. Yeah. Don't go that way. All right. Oh. Oh, Captain Kipper says I have a few Robotech macros models. So, a lots of times people refer to like the mechs that we know, like the stand-up tall kind of mechs like this. A lot of that comes from, I don't know if it's like directly from it. I'm not sure if it's the source material, but it's as far as back as I've ever researched about those. Like, what were the ones that were kind of like AT-ATs? They were, they had the big feet and stuff in Robotech and Macross. What were those things called? I had one, it had like these big cannons for like poking out of their eyeball looking things. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like blue and white, like this baby blue and white. God, I love all this stuff. Hunter! Shay says, I seriously can't remember any of them, but Mad Cat sounds really familiar. Is it the Mac 10? That sounds like that may be right. So, boy, I'm all over the place tonight. I hope you're enjoying this ramble. Robotech. Robotechnology. Oh, Robotech. Why can't I spell it? Robotech model. There we go. No, that is not it. That is Hunter ship, which I love. That was like my first thing. My God, I love this stuff. Oh my God. Oh yeah, this is, oh God, I love this. Oh God, this is so, oh God. Okay. This was stuff that just made me so happy growing up. Like, and I got the Robotech toys and stuff. Oh my God. Oh, here it is. Is the, Zentradi. It's the battle pod. It's called a battle pod. It's a Zentradi battle pod. That was the bad guys. Oh, this is Zentradi, says Captain Kipper. I'm sorry. I finally caught up. Pactus Lupus, not the Mac 10. I forgot about they had the little jets and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I used to love, oh my God, if you've never watched Macros or Robotech, however you consumed it, man, so good. All right. For all that to say, I didn't even show you what just happened. So we're going to go back and do it again. Did it kick you out of the game completely? Wait a minute. No. Wow. That is a severe penalty. Of course, I did say quit, didn't I? That's my bad. Pactus says, sorry, I forgot there was a Mac 10 pew pew. Should have warned you. There was. So let's just take a look real quick. Let's see. I want to show you guys what I screwed up on. All right, so we figured out we only need the first letter. You can probably guess it. So let's see. We've got looks like the same looks like the same mech that we saw the first time, right? What mech was that again? How many mechs are in this? Like 5, 6, something, less than 10. Less than 10. I guarantee you. And if you've ever wondered, okay, so this is my process of what I'm doing here. I'm trying to explore this game as much as I can in a week's time. And then I do a podcast on it with Scott Johnson at the end of that week. And people sometimes get a little frustrated because, like last week, we covered Ridge Racer. And of course, everybody loves R4. Well, we're going back to the arcade on that episode. So we just tackled Ridge Racer 1 and 2 and Rave Racer and a couple of things. We stuck mainly to the arcade and the arcade types because Ridge Racer has a long history of consoles. But when I said we're doing Ridge Racer, everybody instantly got excited about R4 because it's such an amazing entry. But I didn't have time to do both. Romo Alpha Zulu, and it is, did you guys not remember that it was Glory Boy? Oh my gosh. All right, so we're just going to try. It's Glory Boy. Oh no, wait, I just typed in G and it didn't work. Did I do it wrong? I'm going to just type in S. Let me just type in S. Is it maybe? Oh no, it's not working. Oh no. Oh, you gotta type in GB because it's 2 words. Oh, you just type in the first letter, Cab Kipper. That's my bad. We got Mike Alpha Sierra. This is a Mad 3R Marauder. Very cool. Mike Alpha or Maz. So small room. Look at that. Oh, access denied. Oh, it just kicked me out. Too many bad password attempts. Oh, that is great. That is great. Maybe my version is an early version. I always try to get the most original version I could get, and maybe one of the later versions lets you do that. But either I'm not doing it right, it may be a version hack, but most likely it was just an update, right? It was probably just an update, official update that probably changed it, and I just, and I like I said, I try to get whenever I do these, back to the Ridge Racer discussion, and yeah, there it is. I found it. This is a JR7D Jenner. So this is the Jenner. This is like I think one of the first ones. So this is important. So I think this is the ship you actually start with every time. Oh, come on, man. It's the Jenner. So the full list is JR7-D Jenner and Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, which is going to be Duck Soup. Oh, that is a great movie. And we just talked about that recently too. So let me get back to my point. Because I had one. And the point was this. I can't always cover everything I want to. And Mechwarrior is a lot of games. And so as you could tell, we are we've been on for what? More than 30 minutes, and I haven't even got to this first game. So, how do I do that in a week? How do I get enough information, history, find the story, do the research, and put together a podcast in a week? It's almost impossible. So that's the reason why if you ever hear I'm going to do like Ridge Racer and it's only 1 or 2 games and it's not the game that you wanted, we're going to hopefully get back to it. We're going to try to do a full episode on R4 because it deserves a full episode. It's a really intelligent game. As a matter of fact, I wish that I had just said, let's just do Mechwarrior 1. Because trying to squeeze in, because 2 is not just 2. 2 is like 3 versions of 2, including an SNES version. There's a PS1 version, a Saturn version. This SNES one is really different than any of the rest of them. There's Mechwarrior, the one that I started, which was Mercenaries, but then before then is like the 31st Warrior or whatever, and then there's like 3050, and there's like some DLC content, and man, it gets crazy. Pakasuba says, yeah, Jenner, the run around and bite ankles mech. So I learned something last night when I played. And what that is, all right, so first of all, let's go here. I learned that it's dangerous to go alone. So just like Zelda in Mechwarrior, in my opinion, if you're a noob and you're just starting, loading up, throwing your pilot into the Jenner, which is the starting one, can be kind of difficult because you're trying to figure out all these complex controls, keyboard controls with like over, 15, 20 probably buttons, because you got to manage your weapons and your heat, and you got to manage your movement. You're going to see us in a minute. We're going to be like aiming at boxes whatever mission we're on, and we're going to be hitting in certain areas of those boxes, because if you want to take out another mech, you may want to shoot them in the legs. There's some strategy to it because you want to take them down, so that that may be all you need to do to accomplish the mission, whereas you might have to completely destroy it in another one. So you have to decide where you're going to hit it, because it's going to be more fortified at a higher part of the mech's body. So point is this: if you get a lance, I believe is it's called, which just means that you're going to group. So you can recruit other mercenaries. I guess you're not a mercenary, so you can recruit mercenaries. So you will go to the bar, get another mercenary. If you sell your Jenner, you have enough to buy 2 Locusts, which are even less than the Jenner. However, the early missions are typically pretty easy. You get to choose which ones you want. You can go against a couple of light mechs or maybe even some medium mechs and make a little bit of money and kind of keep rolling it. And what that does is it gives you more time, because when you get into these missions, if you don't have an AI that's kind of helping you along the way, you got to do it all on your own. It's just you against an AI. If you bring along a mercenary, they will kind of lead the way somewhat, and you can kind of see what they're doing and get an idea of what's going on. So that's one strategy that I've seen. Tex says, "Oh, hey Tex, what's going on, Tex? Hey Brian, I've streamed a few times on YouTube and I've failed so far and would like some feedback from you." Absolutely. What do you mean by fail, by the way, Tex? Brack Flack says, "Take a towel. It's dangerous to go alone." Remember Steel Battalion on the Xbox? The controller was amazing. Yes, man. I wish I could get that. Look, my wealth is over 1 million. Family attitudes. You start out neutral. All the other families are cool with you. You're only age 18. Your name is G. Braver. Is that Gavin? I can't remember. All right, so here's your crew. Starting out. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, we've got a video problem. Now, this is the first time I've seen this. Is this because we're using the PCAT? I don't know. That's the first time I have seen it render in that way. What memory configuration did we use? Let's just see if we speed it up. It will speed up on the fly. Let's just see if we speed it up to like a 386 just to see what will happen. I think it's just crashed. I think it's just absolutely smashed and crashed, and that's fine. Hey man, that's what it's all about. So let's go up to what was it, 10, right? Let's go up to 20. Because I like doing this. That's why, because we haven't even started yet. Anybody got any opinion on? So will it be? We didn't launch it as EGA. We launched it as the main file, right? Which I think by default goes to EGA. I do know that occasionally, like, the game may not work well with extended memory. Let's just go with conventional memory, because I mean, we'll see. If the performance is bad, then we'll go back. But we actually have a game-breaking bug there, so we'll just we'll go from there. Oh, hi, Tonda. Fortank Girl says, adjust the rabbit ears. Oh, Houdini 7, definitely just bang on the side. That's exactly what you got to do. Oh, yeah, wish I could extend my memory, says Fortank. That's right, Tonda. What is going on, Tonda? What was it doing? Mechwarrior is Mech War. Stupid character limit DOS. Oh, you got to tell it what to do. You can't just type in a directory name and expect to know what you're doing. What if we do just EGA? What if we try to force EGA? What'll happen then? I think it just crashes. I think I've tried that before. Now, EGA was 16 color, and you would dither to make more. The resolution was 340, 360 by 2 something typically. I think. No. EGA was larger. VGA was smaller, right? Because 640 by 3 something was EGA with 16 colors. And then we went to VGA, we went smaller but higher definition. I think that's right. Yeah, 1 is EGA, 2 is Tandy, 3 is CGA. What? EJ does equal 640 by 350. I thought it was something like that. Greg Walkman says, looks like so many games I played in the early 90s. Block and colors. That's right. I think that's going to crash. Oh, it's in the manual, it says. Oh, 1 is... Oh, so... I don't think it gives me the option for 1, 2, or 3 when I do it. Does it say how to launch? Does it say how to launch it, Captain Kipper? Page 45. Let's take a look at page 45. What do you say? All right, let's take a look at page 45. Look now. Are you online looking? Or I like to live in this fantasy world where Captain Kipper has ran to his shelving unit with all of his games and and picked up. And picked up the manual and said, here we go. Let's get this out. You had the PDF. All right, excellent. Mech War. We're going to CD to Mech War. About to do it again with no CD. Look at you. It is do MW, but let's see. I don't think it showed me an option for one. Do you have to do it at a certain time? Enter one of the options below after typing NW. So does that mean like I do a space in type 1, or is supposed to prompt? Oh, there's right there, for example. Idiot. Oh, look here. We get the sound and music options. To force Mechwarrior to recognize a particular soundboard, type the following. We should try the PC speaker, but I don't think so. We're going to try the AdLib board, which is a basic. Sound Blaster is backwards compatible, so you would do a space and a 3 and A. Thank you so much, Captain Kipper. See, I was going to pull my hair out. We definitely should try the Roland. I wonder if it would work. 16 colors. We should definitely try the CGA before we're done. See, half of my life is how fun is DOS. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Tonda wants to know, did you install QEMM? No. But maybe I should go back out and let it use the default memory now that we're definitely launching with EGA. What is it? So is it automatically launching in EGA mode if I don't enter anything? Or what is it launching in? What is the default without? Okay, I'm pressing enter. We'll load the game with 16 color. All right, now I'm curious. Now I want to now I want to know. I want to know. Okay, so it should auto detect. All right. I wonder if it's doing something weird like auto detecting like Tandy or something. Like, I mean, it shouldn't, but you know, who knows? Let's be implicit. Let's be specific. Modern Warfare, not Modern Warfare, Mechwarrior Space 1 for EGA. And then we're going to give ourselves an AdLib board after that. Let's see what happens. Tandy is close to EGA, right? So now it looks like it is launching. So that is good. And I can't tell if it looks any different. I think it looks about the same. We've got to get our book out. We're going to let, so here's our... Here's our beginning, our Jenner again. We got our Jenner. Hey, Tonda, have you ever played this, by the way? If you're not following TondaGossa, I'm going to give a shout out very shortly, but I'm already got one keyboard in my lap. Or if one of our admins is here and they want to give a shout out to Tonda, that'd be great. Tonda is an amazing retro streamer, but I think everybody here knows it. I think we share. I think, as a matter of fact, when I looked at my Twitch stats and stuff, it says we share a lot of same. Yeah, there you go. Before Tank Girl does. Are you a mod? Before Tank Girl, you should be. Tonda should be a mod, but it seems kind of odd for Tonda to give himself a shout out. It says Juliet Alpha Sierra. It's a yellow bird. So yellow bird is the answer. There we go, and we're in. That guy's rough looking. Look at that. All right, so let's try this again. Let's see if we can see the crew. And see if it gets. Oh, come on. This was working perfectly yesterday. Because this is where I played it. And it's fine. We can always fall back because I always have a fallback plan. So if we have to, we can go to our other system. Let's get out of the ATs. Maybe for some reason the AT is giving a problem. We got to have at least 8 megahertz as the minimum. So let's do the PS2 20 megahertz era, and let's just see. We'll try it again. Honestly, I haven't played this. I used to stare at ads and stuff for this. And oh, dude, this is... I think you're going to really like this. I was a little annoyed at first, and it's kind of got a high barrier of retro stuff. Like, you know, it's like, oh geez, you got to do this, you got to do that. Oh my god, it's like, this is so clunky. But once you get into it, it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna play 2 and beyond, because I'm just having so much fun with this. So not right this second though. It did not work before Tank Girl. It failed. That is not what you're supposed to see. Nike Alpha Sierra. And this is the I'm starting to get, I'll tell you one thing, this is starting to help me learn these mechs a little better. This is the Marauder. Poo sticks. And we've got Mike, we've got Maz, Mike Alpha Sierra. I think we did this one earlier. Small room. Why don't I know it? So confirmed yours does bypass the codes. Yeah, I have a version as well that bypasses the codes. Come on, man. It just work. Come on, just work. Come on. Dadgummit anyway. Oh, you know what? Did we change anything in the hardware otherwise? Like in the audio or video area? Burp, burp. Bop, 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 bop. I don't think we did. So I'm going to fall back to our second, and that's fine. It'll work either way. I was just hoping I could have a very speed accurate. What's a TSS fix? What's a TSS fix? Tom, do you know what a TSX fix is? I know this worked just yesterday because I played the Pooh Berries out of it. I played the Pooh Berries out of it. I know it worked. And I wasn't on 0386. I know that. Align the satellite, zoom and enhance. Throw it. I didn't change this, did I? I think I did. What is this 16-bit format crap here? I don't know what that is. No, we should try it in CGA. Let's just try it in CGA. What do you think about that? I think that's a fine idea, Brian. I think we should try it back here with CGA. That's what we're going to do. Once again, I'm not sure about the extended memory. Maybe it's writing into some protected memory. Is there anything in the manual about memory management? EMM or EXM? Is it EXM? Is that right? Extended memory. Is that the right little Pooh Berries? Capcom says nope. Nope. Bop, bop, bop. XMS. That's it. You got it, Tonda. Modern Warfare. I'm always call it Modern Warfare. What do we say? We're not going to do the Tandy. We're going to do 3, which was CGA, which is only, what, 4 bits? Oh, my God. 4-bit color. At least the little grid should look different this time, right? I wonder if I've been trying the ad lib. I wonder if I should leave the ad lib off. I wonder if that's the problem. Let's try it one time without the ad lib part. Because I don't think that part's necessary. I don't even know why I'm even doing that. I should just do it modern because I was doing it before and it was working just fine. What am I doing? I'm going down a rabbit hole. And this password thing. Sierra Echo, what is this? Is this Big Boy Blue? What do we decide it was? Sierra, I'm getting a little faster at these two now, I believe. Sierra Dragon Tail. How cool are these names? How cool are these names? I like these codes. I like the codes. Crozy, what is up? Graftark, what is going on? Managed to have like 3 or 4 different DOS boot disks. Oh no. Look, it's stalled up. It's stalled up. I think it's because I told it not to do any memory. I think I screwed up because I didn't. Well, let's get it. Let's just use a regular memory and then we're eliminating things. Tonda, Tonda, tell everybody how much of retro gaming is troubleshooting. Dadgummit. Now it's not even getting past the cute mouse area. What is going on? Graftark says, I am not a merry man. Why is this one doing? You know what? I think it's time to do this. Save settings and hardcore reboot. TondaGossa confirms troubleshooting is 83.5% of the retro. Why is Judge Dredd looking at me? I don't know. Why is Judge Dredd looking at you like that? If you're still here and you've watched me this long, how you doing? Oh no, come on. Why is it not detecting the Bluetooth? Come on, you know you want to do it. Come on, give me it. Give me it. Pick it up, baby. Oh, wow. We are 3 levels deep of tech problems now. You know what I need, Tonda? You know what I need? I need tech troubleshooting chill music. I need like a playlist that is nothing but just tech troubleshooting chill music. I think this is the way. Again, it's just not. I don't know why it has all of a sudden decided that no way is the keyboard going to work. But it looks like that is his final decision. It has made the decision for us. We are falling back to DOSBox on our Batocera. You will not defeat me today, Mechwarrior. Mechwarriors, come out and play. Oh, Straven can make that for me. Oh, thank you. She blinded me. I think if Straven could make me some of that, that would be freaking amazing. That would make my week. My month. My year. Rosie says, let me get to the right channel here. I gotta use my remote control and get to the right channel. Why is it not? Oh, are we now 6 layers deep of tech problems? No way. No way, dude. We're going to need more music. Oh, we're going to have to unplug. I think we're going to have to unplug. Oh, it's going to be bad. Oh, there it is. It was just in screensaver mode. Hey, let's get this other mouse out here. So here's our backup plan. We're going to go back to Batocera, which has an update due. We're going to be using the same keyboard because we're just going to flip it over, but we're going to be using our, who makes this? 8-bit do makes this nice little, oh, how's it going? Makes this nice little mouse here, and it's either off or the batteries are dead. What do we want to bet? It's just off. Excellent. A little NES looking thing. Also has like a little side with a D-pad thing. Nice. Well, there's a couple of things we can do, but what we're going to do is head over to DOS.
Warning, affirmative.
Oh, warning, affirmative. That's another one. All right. Set over to Mechwarriors. And this, like I said, is a DOSBox version. And I believe this is the version you probably have, Captain Kipper, because this one has no copy protection. Crozy says, hey, Brian, I listened to the Play Retro bonus episode about childhood TV shows. Did you ever see Jabberwocky? Not until I got older. I've had this super creepy, big brown puppet that looked like a mound of dirt. Yeah, someone had told me about Jabberwocky later in life, but I never seen it when I was a kid. We were talking on the Patreon pre-show for the Play Retro show. We talked about all the great stuff like the Great Space Coaster, the new Zoo Review. What is some of the ones that Scott like? We talked about Captain Kangaroo at length, I believe. Yeah, Exterminate. Oh, Captain Kipper says I saw when it came out. All right. So, thing about Batocera in this DOSBox version that I'm using here, it allows me to use my controller if I wanted to, or I can use the keyboard, which is probably how I'm going to manage it. Now, we could go to the command line and see if we could launch one of these other sessions now that we know it. Before, I did not know it, and now I know it. So now I think I'm going to go to the command line. Hopefully it'll take us to the root of where we need to be. Maybe not. Or it may have mounted it under C, and it looks like it did. So let's do Mechwarrior, and we're going to do... we're going to do it in CGA just for funsies, and we're going to do the ad lib. I wonder if it needs to be capitalized. I wouldn't think so. So let's see how Batocera in DOSBox handles this. Maybe it'll be a little bit better. I do believe I did set this in the configuration. Oh, I heard, I'm hearing a little noise. Oh, I'm hearing music. Maybe this is a later version. Because we did not get that on our original 4 floppy disks that we had on the MiSTer. So listen to that. We got some music. And maybe that was the whole problem. Maybe they were supposed to be in the other one, and the ad lib was not functioning correctly. I'll have to look into the versioning. I'm sure it's in the code here somewhere. I'll look at the versioning and see if I can tell. You would think it'd be here with like some credits, right? I'm starting to think maybe that there were some audio problems in the other one. I'll have to look. I'll find out. Tonda says I had tacos, burritos last time, so I wanted something different. What'd you do? What'd you do? Oh, I see it now. Tonda says I'm troubleshooting what to eat tonight. Man 410 girl, tell Straven to give me a friggin' some chill music. All right, let's see if there's a 89. Doesn't say. Battletech and Mechwarrior are registered trademarks of FASA and are under exclusive license. Pew pew. Does he have a cannon coming out of his crotch? Unsure. So this time, watch this. I hit enter. Glad you're bored. So this one's already been hacked for us. Same description and everything. Also, like I said, if you're playing in a RetroArch or Batocera, is a Libretro. It's a Libretro version of the DOSBox, which is the one that by default is launched, and that happens to have game focus on and off. And I don't know if you can see that from here. Let me bring it up here. So this is what I'm seeing. And you can see me too here. I'll bring me up. You want to see me while I'm doing this? Look at me. Oh, hi. So this is what I see on my screen in front of me. As you can tell, we've got a nice little a little bezel on the outside, right? That looks really good. But we also have, most importantly here, Mechwarrior over there. It tells me what is running. It's DOS x86 Libretro DosBox Pure, which is the default, I believe, for this one. And this is really important if you're playing any of these games in Libretro, the DOS kind of stuff, Commodore 64, all of that. By default, it's going to try to use the shortcuts that are designed for the interface that is RetroArch. And so you have to hit, and this is probably true about RetroArch in general, you have to hit scroll lock, and you might be able to see it behind the Mechwarrior thing. There is a little box that pops up that says game focus on or game focus off. You need that to be on for mouse and keyboard in some instances. This doesn't look CGA. I'm with you, Captain Kipper, so we should only be seeing 4 colors dithered. So I don't know if it just didn't respect it. But the reason, okay, so all right, let's turn game focus off. Let's turn game focus off, and then let's look at, we're going to look in here. I believe I set the core options to go to EGA. I wonder if I forced CGA, if it would do that there. Also performance, I set it to a 286, 12.5 megahertz. And so that's what, per cycle, yeah, 27. So try to be a little accurate. This can auto detect all that stuff, but I like to fiddle. Everybody in the audience is like, no shit. You like to fiddle? Get out of here, Brian. Whatever. I'm just trying to get the most accurate so that I don't show up in the podcast and go, oh, that game runs really fast. It's kind of weird, isn't it? And then somebody message in and say, well, Brian, on the 286, it ran just fine. You're obviously using the wrong tool for the job. They call me the fiddler. Did they call me the fiddler? You guys call me that behind my back? That's a mean thing to do. Let's see if the mouse works, though. I don't know if the mouse works. I don't know if it works or not. Let's get back over to the screen. Come on, what do you wait? Oh, I'm on the right scene. All right, there we go. Oh, look at, I love when it does this. Picks up my little head. That's one thing I don't like. I wish it wouldn't. Do I have it set to turn it off? I think I do. Let me fix that. I'm fiddling. I said I'm fiddling. I have that set to deactivate when not looking. So that's the reason why. All right. And then I have to go over here, and I have to click this where you guys can look at my crotch, and then I have to go back to the overhead view, and then I can go to my saved instance, and then it's back to where it's supposed to be. That's too much trouble. So I got it fixed now. Ford Tank says, got a superhero costume being made for you with fiddle all over it. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. All right, so I turn the game focus on so that I can... Oh, now that I've done that with the mouse work, let's go to crew. Look, finally, hallelujah, we can see the crew in, I would say, EGA graphics. So, as I said, you start out with a Jenner, and in my early experience is I start with 1,000,000 C bills, I think is what they call it. Million and a little more than 1,000,000 C bills. That's the currency here. I have a Jenner. That's my mech by default that you start with. And what you can do is, oh, by the way, the story, all the story stuff you need isn't that Newsnet. It's in there. Yeah, you got to keep them happy, 410 girl. Got to have that crotch cam. Where's that going? Oh, so here's our mix. Finally, only after 1 hour, you finally going to get to see some real mech action here. Not quite mech. You're still just looking at the mech. So this is the gameplay. Here's the gameplay. All the other stuff was the setup, right? So here we are in actual gameplay. I'm making this as real as it was to play the game for me, because just starting, you can't just start this game. No, you have to read and everything else. So I love this artwork. My God, I love this artwork so much. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. All right, so we got a review mechs. I got a Jenner, Chief Braver. Now, this is a screen you'll be visiting quite often in between missions or contracts. You got it. It'll tell you the condition, which is functional, which means it's got some repairs possible, but it is functional, as you can tell, highlighted in yellow. I have a spot on my upper mech area that I mostly legs. I mean, am I really worried about it? I mean, would it really be a big deal? I don't know. Maybe. I don't need to repair it though, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell it. Do you repair your car before you go trade it in and junk it? No, you don't. You just sell it. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pick up almost 3.5 million C bills, right? That's good money, especially when you go to look and buy mechs. And one thing I should have done before I did this, though, I should have traveled first and seen what was in stock. Because now the only thing for sale, I should have done that part. I wasn't thinking. The first thing I usually do is I go and look to see what's available, and there are none in here. So we got to buy the Jenner back. Probably gonna lose some money. Let's see what happens. How much money do we lose? How much money? We can't afford the other. So let's take a look. Will it tell us how much cash we have? Not here. All right. So what I meant to do was I meant to go out. And we'll do that next time around. I'll just show you what it looks like first. But typically what you want to do... Oh, wow. Yeah, I lost some money there. I lost like about 300,000 C bills or more. Right? So another thing, too, is when you shade out the mech like that, you have to get out of the mech. You have to go pick up the mech. You have to get back in the mech. Mistakes were made. All right. So now we're going to need to go earn some money before we travel, probably. All right, so we got we know about our character, we got our mech. Now we're going to go and look for some. At each port, there's a representative, and this is representative for it on this planet for this region is the Davian, right? We found out earlier that if we go back to Anders moon or something like that, they instantly capture us and kill us. Apparently, we're on the run. We're on the run. So here we go. We're going to request a contract. Read your contract. Basically, all it says is it's a contract between us and the Davian family. And we're going to look at, this is going to be, there's a couple of modes. There's elimination. There's like protection. There's a couple of different things you can do here. So elimination of security forces on the Lio planet of, planet of Necromo. The estimated enemy force is 0 heavy, 0 medium, and 1 light mech. That's important because we got a light mech. Davian will pay 150K C bills and 5% of all confiscated equipment with 6% payable immediately. Now, we've got some more we can scan through, so we probably want to go through all of them. See, there's a next, and it's highlighted. We're going to go next. See what else we got here. This is rescue of a kidnapped victim. Also the same place. 200,000 K bills. It's like the percentage maybe is a little higher for payable immediately. I'm not sure. Is that all? Defense of a fuel dump. Defenses are usually not too bad. Light mech again. Not as much payout, but maybe easier for us because all we got to really do is just stop a dude, right? Temporary relief of forces. Ooh, it's got 1 medium, but 200 on. Okay, defensive field comm. Is this the first one? Have we rotated all the way back around? I think it's the first one. I think there's 4 we could see. Okay, no, that was a different one. Okay, let's just take the first one. So one thing you don't want to do when you start is to just give away your services for free, right? Now, my reputation, which is important, will determine my negotiating skills or abilities to negotiate a contract. Now, you can adjust these numbers between 2 to 5% when you're starting out, typically, is what I found anyway. 2% is always safe. If you go more than that, it gets kind of questionable, and they may close that that contract out. I'm not sure if they just leave or not, but they will like, we're not talking about this contract anymore. So we're going to go elimination of security forces. We're going to submit. Oh, they countered down 1. So we met in the middle. All right. Okay. So we accepted it. All right. Perfect. Now our options have been limited. We no longer go to the bar, but we can lift off. Now, we could have went and looked to see how far of a travel it was, because I think we had to pay for our own expenses, right? So they're gonna do math later, right? Got to use your imagination. By 4 Tank Girl just saw it. She says, "Was that Grace Jones? Was that Grace? It was Grace Jones." All right. All right, so your next mission, eliminate of security forces. Now, okay. All right, let's get involved here. Okay, good. We got audio there. Let's see if we can see this. Oh, he's jetting. I can also jet. So you hit the J to jet. I am now okay. So it looks like he's just. Oh, he's staying in the air a pretty good bit. Oh, okay. Oh no, did I fall over? Wait a minute. I forget how to get up. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't land very well. How do I get up? Quick, what's the key for getting up? Oh shoot. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. Oh, I'm gonna totally fail this contract. All right, let me take a look. Let me quick. I gotta flip through the manual. Can I hit escape and hit pause or anything? No, I don't want to retreat. I wonder if it's pause in the game when I do this though. I sure hope so. That's what I was thinking, Captain Kipper. This part looks CGA. So, and one of the reasons why I think is because, this is actually 3D rendered kind of right. Oh, so up. All right, so let's get up. They're always right in my face. Oh, this is definitely CGA. So this is where the CGA is at. Oh, he is right in my face, and I am no doubt destroyed. Oh no. Oh noes. Oh no. Crew status G Braver. He's okay, but his mech status, this Jenner is 53%. Gonna get no salvage, gonna get no payment. We are most displeased with our contractor. With your inability to achieve even simple military goals, it will be difficult to trust you with future responsibilities. Fatality. It did look like an Angry Badger graph, Tark. All right. Start new game, baby. So, luckily, the version that I have of this came with some pre-saves, I believe. So, like, so I've got some people who have, they'd already saved a few. So, I mean, if we wanted to start a little further, we could. But what I want to do, I think, is get out of this CGA mode. I thought that the standard graphics would be in CGA, but it seems to only apply to the 3D stuff. So we are going to exit to DOS. And, oh, by the way, look at this. So look, I'm doing something that is not 622 native. I am actually keying up and down through previous commands. That is not native. That is something that I've done. Don't get excited. You could do that in DOS 622. Get out. So let's go back to, I wonder, would it do the Tandy? What would be the advantage of that? I don't know. Let's do that. All right. Tonda says that was basically, we're not mad, just disappointed. Very disappointed. Let's see if what I did with the overhead cam stuck. Yeah, look at that. We fixed it. So now it's not leaving us. And there is a story here. Papa Foxtrot. That's my new name. I would like for everyone to call me Papa Foxtrot from now on, please. Right here. Right now. A new person has been born. His name is Papa Foxtrot. All right. So this time, let's be smart about it. Each time is generated every time you show up. You you still land in the same region, I believe, when you first start. Maybe not, because, okay, so anyway, we started here, right? We started here. Let's take a look to see what is in Mechland. Oh, so all I got is some Phoenix Hawks. Well, that's going to be no good. So we're going to have to go with a Jenner. Got to go with a Jenner. Yeah, why so red in the face? Sunburn? Yeah, because we're on this tropical planet. On this tropical planet. So, despite what I wanted to do, which is to go get a couple of locusts, looks like I'm going to have to stay with the Jenner, but this time we should have EGA graphics. This is one of my favorite parts in any good role-playing game. In any good role-playing game, you're going to have, that is mission-based especially, we're going to recruit some people. You got to have a bar. Got to have a bar, and that's a great place to hang out. Now, if you want to talk to the bartender, all I get is order a drink. I don't know if that takes away from credits, but I know I am staring at this dude's arm right now that is obviously a robot, and he's drinking blue something. And I think that's, I think I see Scotty from Star Trek back there, and I see another guy. I wonder if these are modeled after the developers in some way. I bet it is. If we order a drink, what'll happen is we'll finally start on our real mission, our story mission. We've obviously asked the bartender a question. Pirates that fly a skull and wings marker. No, I can't say as I've ever heard of that, though. The Grey Death Legion flies a skull. I read that wrong. Though the Grey Death Legion flies a skull, but they're not pirates, just regular mercs. Of course, that depends on who you're asking. Duke Reichel might not think too highly of them these days. Look how he's pouring that drink. He's no Tom Cruise. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, so we got some kind of, look at that in the lower right-hand corner. Is that like some kind of space spades? Like some kind of, what is that? Diamonds, hearts, diamonds. All right, so we can recruit a crew, potentially. I love this guy. He's always showing up. I love him. Look at him. Look at that attitude. That cigarette hanging half out his mouth there. His name is Tim Sears. He's a gunnery poor. He's pilot poor, but he only requires 400 C bills. Nah, we're going to pass. Is he the only one here? No, got some more. Heard you might be looking for a good mech pilot. Here we are. We got Terrace Wren. Poor, and 400. So really the same as the previous. Let's keep looking. See what else we got here. This guy looks grizzled. Bob True, he looks like no good. Let's see how far it goes. Oh, we got Sexy Mama. She, I believe, was actually in that character. Actually, looks like the character from the cartoon. Did you guys ever see the BattleTech cartoon from the 90s? Little hand drawn mech occasionally, and then when they would get down to the real battles, it was all in early flat polygon 3D. Woof. 410 Girl says, drinks from random test tubes. Jade Falcon. You're right. This is D. Sajek. Oh, look at this. Look at this. She is a poor at the gunnery, but an average pilot for the same pay. Now, I can't afford to hire her right now, so I'm going to have to say no, but that's nice to know. I wonder if they'll still be around, if I can come back and talk to those guys. Let's just, should we repair? Oh, look at this. Oh, that's right. That's right. So if you go straight into the mech screen like we did earlier, then you won't have any type of furthering of the story because you haven't actually initialized the story yet. You have to go to the bar first, and then you'll start running into NPCs. A weathered old tech because you're asking questions. Heard you're asking questions. A weathered old tech by the name of Garrett is willing to talk about Unit Crest all day for a 10C bill. Bottle of Shanghai brandy. Yeah, the Gray Death's got a skull, but so does Hansen's Rough Riders. And Narthal's Raiders got something that might look like a skull with wings. It's supposed to be a bull skull, though, with big horns. Now, pirates. Helmar Valasek. He's a full-on pirate king, and he flies a skull, but it's got crossed swords behind it, not wings. And he's clear out coreward of the Combine, where it meets Steiner. Get all that? Me either. Better be writing some shit down. Tonda says, sounds like something we need to watch in Discord. We might take a peek at it here just to see a couple of frames, maybe keep the audio off. Yeah. Let's review the mechs, make sure he's not in too bad a shape. Functional. Repair cost 55. Since we're not going to do anything else, we might as well repair all, right? All systems are now functional. We do have a genner, and we're going to do a done and done there. And we're going to go back and look at extra ammo. Now, ammo types, if you look down here, gives you the cost and how many we have in hold. We have no extra in hold. We just got what is in the mech itself, which we could have done through a reload. Did we do the reload? I don't think we did reload. Let's do that first. So you got to reload. So we've got 35 tons speed, jump cap. Oh, so it says SRM 4-packs. We've got 19. And if we hit reload, it'll give us a price there. And what else will go up? Is the only thing that we have the SMR 4-packs. I think it is, and it's going 19, and it goes to 25, and it increases the weight, looks like. And what is it on the jump cap? Did it adjust that too? 150 meters on the jump cap, by the way. Keep that in mind when you go jumping. Extra ammo. Currently, we have no use for the AC 5-packs because you can tell on the top left-hand side, none of those apply to our current mech. Nope, nope, nope. And this does. This is the 4-packs of the SRM, but we already have some. We could buy some more for later if we wanted to. And that appears to be the only thing that we can do right now. And we determined that it's only Phoenix Hawk. These are expensive. These are heavier mechs. And that was kind of messed up anyway. Get that junk out of here. Get that junk out of here. All right, let's see if we can actually win a round. Still curious if this mouse will work. Did I? I don't know. I could test it here because it does work if you do it here. It must not be active, which is fine. We don't need it. A joystick be more effective. Let's see. We got garrison duty. All right, let's do some garrison duty. Sometimes with a garrison duty, you may not. All right, see what happens. Oh, he took it. He took it, sucker. Free money. Might not have a mouse driver. I have the mouse driver installed on DOS. I think it's going to be a problem with the input in RetroArch. I don't think I've set the mouse to be controlled in an input, so therefore the DOS doesn't even see it. I think the driver is there. I just don't think it even sees that there is a mouse plugged in, essentially. I used a joystick, a koi stick for, okay, so 2 and 3. Yep. We take off. I Kind of wish there was some sounds there, though, right? All right. Yeah, it looks like we got some. Now, you'll notice now it looks like more like we have EGA. We've got 16 colors dithered. And that should be a little bit better on the map here. Well, there he is right there. He's running across that way. All right, we're gonna crank it up. Now, the HUD looks different for each of the mechs. This is the HUD layout for this one. And it's all right. It's the one I'm used to anyway. I am going up and down on this cursor using my M and N. I also can rotate my upper torso for some adjustments. This is a single fire, and it's going to cycle through each of my weapons. I could also fire all at once if I wanted to using a tab like that. Of course, oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, he is shooting all the stuff. There's heat management. Uh-oh. I overdid it. I overdid it. Oh, he's heading straight towards it. Oh, no, I missed him. All right. Let's see if we can catch up with him before he causes some problems. Oh, no. We're overheating. We're overheating. See if I can get those legs before he gets too far. Oh, did I get him? Oh, I think I missed him. There we go. Might be overheating now. Oh, I think I missed him on those lasers too, on the my rockets. Okay, do I need to jump? I'm afraid to jump because I'm not very good at jumping. I got to get to him, though. Got to get up to him. All right, here we go. Here we're coming down, right? We're coming down, coming down. Don't fall, don't fall. Oh, get up, get up, get up. Oh, no, I crashed and I died. Oh, man. Oh, man, we failed again. Shucks. Shucks. Don't die, says Zoe. Zoe, are you still awake? I love it. I love it. Hey, that was a great failing. So ad starts in a couple of minutes. So what we're going to do is there's an ad starting on Twitch. That the reason why we do ads on Twitch, and I don't know how this will apply once we start doing subscribes and stuff on YouTube or whatever. Hopefully we don't have to deal with any ads. That's what I'm hoping for. That's my dream, not to deal with any ads at all. But the reason why we do scheduled ads is so that we can avoid any missed streaming. So if someone was to show up on Twitch and they didn't want to subscribe for whatever reason, they wanted to use ads and watch ads, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But they would miss some of our gameplay. So what we do during that time is we do other things. So we're going to look at this BattleTech Beginner's Box here in just a couple of minutes. And that way you don't miss any of the gaming stuff. That's what we do. We do some stuff like that. All right. So he says, I should definitely be asleep. So that's kind of how all that works, right? And what that does is allows everybody to have an ad experience at the same time instead of it being random. So like if you were to come in, whenever you come in halfway through the stream, you don't end up getting ads and everybody else is chatting it up, right? Talking about what's going on the screen and stuff. So that's kind of how that works. If that sucks, or if you got a better idea on how to do it, Tonda, what do you think? What do you think about the ads? Do you just kind of do you just let them roll? I don't think I've ever paid attention to that because I'm always subscribed to your stuff. Retroista Stravig, didn't realize you were a mech jockey. I love Mech 3 and 5. Yep. Mech 3 Merc was my jam. That's where I started. That's kind of where I ended too. I played a little bit of 5, and I played Mech Assault. I never played BattleTech, but I'm trying to learn a little bit before we do this week. Retro Overdose, by the way. Oh, hi. And so I've never played the first one. This is my first time playing the first one, and it's really different. You've been experimenting with mid-rolls? Okay. That might be something. I might do that too. Retro Overdose says, tabletop pilot myself, Timberwolf, and Ebon Jaguar. Very nice. You don't think anybody complains either way? Yeah, I mean, there's options, right? I think I'd seen a couple of Twitch streamers do it the way we're doing it now, which is, to have defined specific times for ads, and then, 1 3-minute ad per hour or something. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We do 2-minute ads every 40 minutes with a couple of snoozes. So about 45 minutes if I can hit it just right. But we're about to go to ads now, so on Twitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this beginner's box, and I've got the essentials box coming. Can I put my stupid head over here? Can I do that? Let me see if it'll let me do yeah, there it is. There's my stupid head. All right, so this is the beginner box. I got my GameCube stand. Makes it stand at an angle, 3D printed. But anyway, BattleTech. You know what I don't have on this one though? I don't have the top cam, so I guess it doesn't matter because it's what we need really. RetroDos says BattleTech on Steam is an XCOM port of the. I didn't know that. Man, I've learned so much about BattleTech. I'm still so far behind on how all that works. So there's actually like 2 other games for BattleTech, 2 other licensed games about BattleTech before we even got to FASA's version. So it's weird. It's all stuff, man. Just so much stuff. And then like some others, there's like some stuff that like some series that is BattleTech, but it's not Mechwarrior and all kinds of things. Anyway, all right, so let's take a look here. We got the golden rule, right? And so I guess a little instruction book, very short. So unlike, so we got a lot of tabletop games that can be very complex. This is a more simple one, right? You get your rule book. You get your BattleTech cards so you can keep track, but also packed in here, I believe, is the grid mat. You can tell here the mechs have places where you can mark each of the areas. I'm assuming that is erasable. I'll find out, I guess, when I get to that point. But mark on the damage and everything. Has all your mech data and your stats. There's 2, I believe, at least for each of the BattleTechs you get with this, because you get 2. You get 2 of these guys. RetroDos says I have Essentials, Clan Tech, and most of the 5 mech box sets and classic rules. I got the Essentials coming, but I wanted to have at least 2 to look at, and I wanted to see what the basic set may be like, or the starter set, so that if anyone asked about it, I could kind of recommend it. Yeah, so you got a couple little mechs here. My light's not great on the top side here, so let's get maybe a little better look at these guys here. Merp, merp. Do one at a time. So this is one of your mechs right here. It must be, I don't know which one this one is, but I do know that I hit something on my keyboard and then my screen disappeared. All right, there we go. Got this little mech guy, totally paintable. That's what you do with these little miniatures, right? Anytime you get a tabletop war game, hopefully you'll get some miniatures with it that you'll get to paint yourself to give it a little flair, right? Give it your own little flair. These come with 2 so that you can play with a friend, because obviously it wouldn't be much fun by yourself. And that's what this starter set is for, so you can talk either your family, your kids, your significant other into playing. Comes with some cards, right? I'm assuming this is for each of the types of battle mechs. I'm not sure how that works. We'll try to dig into that later. And comes with a couple of dice. Did BattleTech pay me anything for this? No. I paid them. Oh, so this is the quick start rule down here. Okay. Instant guide to the inner sphere. That's important. Oh, that's 3D printer. Don't need that one. Uh-oh. Oh, my camera. Did my camera turn around? Oh, look, I'm printing something. Look at that. I'm just printing something. That's hilarious. I didn't know she was even printing something. All right. That's the 3D printer, too. Got enough cameras, Brian? No. You do. All right, so we'll dig into this later. Let's get back to, oh, we got some little stand-up guys, too. Look at this. Got some little, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Little standy guys. All right. So I look forward to talking about that this week on the Play Retro Show, in addition to playing more Mechwarrior. The 3D printer has become self-aware, right? All right. BattleTech Beginner's Box. Anybody playing BattleTech out there? Played it in the past? Boop, boop, boop. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We really want to have some fun. No, I don't have the other 3D printer hooked up, so it doesn't matter. All right. Let's push that back a little further. Yeah, there we go. Up. Stay. Don't move. That's right. It just prints whatever it wants that darn 3D printer. I think Audra actually fired off some ghosts. We've been printing a few ghosts and stuff, so she did that. All right. Tonda says, I never played it. Been wanting to play the newer game by Harebrained Studios. We should check it out, Tonda. I think we should do that. Extra Overdose dropping some serious, some knowledge all about the tabletop BattleTech. The chonk is customizable for tabletop. I would say it's beginner friendly, but deep. Ooh, Enforcer. I don't know. Looks like they're okay. Nice. And Astarian with my own Merc unit. We mix clan with Inner Sphere and call ourselves Satan's Puppy. Love it. Yeah, they did the Shadowrun games. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, excellent. All right, we failed our first mission. Not good, not good. So let's take a look at maybe one I've already set up. So let's restore game. This is one of the ones that I was playing last night. I had a little more luck when I started. I started right away, and I was able to pick up some mechs and see how many are here now, because I don't know why it was, but wherever I started was much easier to pick up the locust. The last couple of times we've started, ain't been no locust. We just out of luck. Maybe you just have to leave and come back in. But what we do have, let me show you here real quick. Here's my crew up here. As you can tell, I got about 2 million C bills, and my crew is more than just me. It's me with a locust. And, oh, look, D. Sajak has got 600 average, which is better than what she was when I picked her up. And so she's improving. You can dismiss these people because these mercenaries, these mercs, they do cost money on a time cycle, which is based on travel or events. It's not a ticking clock. It is event-based timing. And she has went from needing 400, I think, to doing 600. If I wasn't fighting but was doing a lot of traveling, that might be expensive, and I may be tempted to dismiss her. However, if you dismiss someone, you lose the, if you've been building them up in a specific way, you would lose that. So, a little strategy going on here. Oh, yeah, Shadowrun is way cool. Love Guru for the Shadowrun. Says Retro Overdose. Yes. Got to clock in. Oh, absolutely, Retro Overdose. Good seeing you, brother. It's good seeing you. If you're ever on, if you're on YouTube and you're watching, or if you're on Twitch, you can just look for Retro Overdose. Also does some retro streaming. Got a couple of retro streamings in here. TondaGossa and Retro Overdose. Yeah. And of course, Captain Kipper always keeps me up to date on the Discord server with all of the information, right, Cap? But Retro should do the SNES and Genesis Shadowrun games. Yes. And I'm going to have to at least take a peek at the SNES and Genesis versions of this game. Not the first one, I think. So I think the Genesis got Mechwarrior 3050, I think. And then the SNES got like a Mechwarrior 1 that is unlike anything else. It's just its own little thing, right? And like I was saying earlier, Tonda, every week it's always like this. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to cover a couple of these games, and you find out you got to cover like 100 of them. Yeah, the cutoff point was supposed to be just Mechwarrior 1 and 2. And then, of course, what I forgot was when I said Mechwarrior 2, because I was thinking, oh, I never played Mechwarrior 1. I'll go back and play that. And I said, oh, Mechwarrior 2. And I'm like, oh, I love that one. And I forgot I actually played Mechwarrior 2 Mercenaries and not the other 3 versions. Which I think there's a full version, and then there's like 2 not DLC, but not add-ons, but extra content. But there's also a PlayStation version, and there's also a Saturn version. Take that. Merrick, Defensive Water Factory. Let's see what we got here. Ghost Bear. That's right. There's Ghost Bear, which I think is coming 95 or something. There's all this, oh, it's just so much stuff. Every freaking week. Every freaking week. I'm like, oh, let's do 1 and 2. Oh, by the way, there's a port and there's another port. And each of these ports are entirely different. And, oh, a heavy. What am I? Oh, I could actually take a heavy because I forgot I'm in this mode. I got two Lotus. So I could do that. One easy is going to be easy, right? Defensive landing facilities against one light mech. Pfft, let's just do this one. Let's go get some free money. Let's go get some free money. Like I said, this is my preferred way to start. Is to sell the Jenner that you get when you start. Pick up 2 Locust and get a mercenary to join you. And then you can kind of dog it a little bit. You just let your little buddy there. Let your little buddy take care of most of the work, right? There they come. There they come. They're coming in on the. You got to be careful too, though. You got to be careful not to hit your buddy there. Is it my imagination, or aren't there supposed to be some sounds? Did I do something wrong? Did something happen? All right, we're all in Locust, right, or Lotus. Oh, gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful. There we go. Gotta stay to the right side, right? Don't want to. Oh, look, it actually disappeared for a second there. Let's fire it all. Let's give it the whole. Oh, it doesn't matter. All I got is lasers anyway. Nope, they're running. They're running because you know why? They know they're not gonna make it. They're down. They're down. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, take that, buddy. 4 Tank Girl says, had some drones fly around his legs with a cable to trip them. Yeah. Look at that. We did it. We finally got a success. Crew status, G-Braver, okay. Sagic, okay. Mech status, Lotus, had no damage or so little damage that we're still at 100% for our mechs. Excellent. Well done. Your success in this assignment will not go unnoticed. Hopefully we'll help our reputation a little bit. We did some salvage. The contract said, was it 7% or something of the total? So we get salvage rights and we also get a payment. So there we go. Excellent. Right, we need to cosplay. That'd be awesome, 410 Girl. We could totally do that. We could totally cosplay that stuff. That'd be hot. I'd like that. Yeah, we should do it. Of course, once again, we got our little menu system. We can save the game if we wanted to. We made some success. Why not save? Detail medium high. Okay, so this is definitely a later revision because the original version that I installed on the MiSTer only showed, I think, either low or high. There's only 2 settings. So interesting. So do we have to restart the game if we do detail high? I don't think we do. Let's just find out. I think it would only apply because it seems like these are static screens and you're just going to get what you get. But then when you get into the fighting, I think it may change a little bit. I love this guy's face, by the way. I'm with House Merrick. Suppression of the rebellion. Garrison duty. Let's go be Mr. Garrison, but let's not forget to do some negotiating, right? Let's go up to 10%. So this is going to pay 370,000 C bills, and we're gonna take 10% of all of the confiscated equipment with a 6%. Let's go 9% payable immediately. So give me 9%. And this is one of the reasons why you don't want to cut out on these guys because they're giving you some money up front, and if you cut out, it will hurt your rating. We are going against 1 heavy though. There's 2 of us and 1 heavy man. TondaGossa says reached 5 stream streak 56 minutes ago. Streaks across the chat. Yes. Did we get a counter offer? Looks like we did. So he knocked it back down to 7% payable immediately, and that's fine because he didn't remove on the 10%. So we will accept that. Don't just give your money away, my mom used to say. Get Bill on the horn. I need a replica of that gun, says 410 Girl. That's right. All right, let's take a look. So we're at garrison duty. Okay, so we've got 2 red marks on there. Okay, so the garrison is that blue chunk, I believe, on the far right. I'm not sure who's the light blue and who is the other. Let's get into this and see if I hit escape, it does pause it. I don't want to retreat. That would basically be breaking the contract. But I do want a minute just to kind of think. All right. Got S-gel. So if you hit the enter key, okay, so this guy is already hurting. Is that okay? And is that, we didn't change it to generous, did we? Who's, I thought it just said one heavy. Why are there two? Is that my partner down there? Where's my reference material at? Where's the reference material? I need to see what I need. Okay, let me let's see. Where's the menu at? Okay, we got a pause button. Okay, so we just do pause. Oh, well, that's easy enough. Oh, it's just pause the simulation instead of doing the other. It's risky the other way. Up, topographical screen. Topographical is important because if you see in the center, we've just kind of got like a heat map, I guess. Interesting. So if you're in the, I guess it's topographical from a top-down sense, right? Elevation map. Okay. Then you can also elevation map. Changes the range of the radar, damage readings, automatic weapons. Got AWS already turned on. Battle line, torso, and feet. Oh, smart. Damage readings for your mech. Changes color of HUD. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Let's see. Command screen. That's what I'm looking for. See a duh. What did we say? I could change the color. Change the color of the HUD. How do we do? Oh, just that. Oh, that's, you know, that's nice. I mean, oh, are they coming this way? I think they're coming this way. Which one? That looks best. I like that the best. I believe these guys are coming my way. Hey, hey. Isn't that my individual? I mean, let's fire that. I could have swore there was music or sound before. Am I crazy? Don't answer that. I thought I only had one heavy. Why is there two heavies? Oh boy, here they come. Here they come. They are really coming now, right? They're really coming. Uh-oh. They got some firing back at me now. Oh, they got some missiles coming at me. Oh boy. Oh boy. All I'm doing is it's hitting his arm. That's no good. All right, I'm going to go for his legs. Going to cut him out from underneath him here. Nope, wrong way. Wrong way. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Somebody call mommy. Mommy. Oh no, I'm in big trouble. Oh, I'm in big trouble. Can we jet out of here? I don't know if I can or not. My jets are busted. My jets are busted? I don't know. Where's my damage at? Where's your damage? Oh no, look at this. My feet are damaged. Oh, my head's damaged. Turn to cockpit. Oh, I'm in big trouble. Let's say return to cockpit. Oh no, am I down? Am I down? I think I'm down. I think I'm like done. So that just means that I think that means that my partner's got to do all the work, right? Me, can't do nothing. Oh, that's not good. No, I don't want to retreat. Can't even do anything. Oh, my fusion reactor turned down, so maybe I can't move. Oh. Anybody think this is higher definition? Oh, we got to cool down. Oh man, I am like way overheated. Oh, this is completely down. All right, so we got to retreat. There's just no way around it. And that's fine. That's fine. No big deal. Because you know what? This is just a save file. Uh-oh. What does it say? Up. I got the little kick foot. There you go. Oh, my locus is down to 24%. Looks like my partner, though, is still at 100%. There you go. Well, there you go. And that's how you play Mechwarrior 1. I mean, it's just, just doing that. You can then travel to different areas. So does my mouse, like I said, I'm pretty sure the mouse is not working here. I don't think I saw an option for it. But you can kind of scroll through and hit different little areas here. Let's see. Bump. Let's go to Amity. Let's travel to Amity. I think that's a good plan. And like I said, what happens here is what's happening in between is that you are paying your agent however many months it took to travel from one place to the next. And so that cost you money, plus the travel itself also cost money. But now we're in Amity. Before Tank Girl says, each country has a nipple. Correct. And so we see we're just in a little bit different area, but for the most part, same stuff, right? So we're still in the same area. We just moved over a little bit because maybe we needed to go look to see maybe that one port wasn't as highly populated and maybe did not have as many mechs, or we wanted different mechs. So no mechs here, not here. The real question is, what if we went to a big city, right? So these big capital cities here are these. So let's head to Atreus. Let's travel there. Did anybody see what the date was? I think it was in January when we arrived at the others. So 30, 20. So fair. We took a month. Okay. Let's see what kind of mech selection we have in the big city. Not as much as I would have thought, really. But if we wanted to, we could upgrade our mech or so on and so forth. So that basically is a high-level look at Mechwarrior 1, right? You got all your things. You got your crew, you got your story you got to follow. You got your battles like we just saw. We didn't do all the different types of missions, but I've done some other missions offline. But you kind of get the idea of how Mechwarrior 1 kind of goes. A little bit of RPG. You got to go into different areas. We didn't explore, but that's one of the game mechanics. If we went and ordered a drink, he would probably give us some more information if we went to the right location. Obviously, this is not the location to the next bit of information that we would have had. You just kind of keep repeating these processes, keep building more information, going to the right locations. Hopefully, if you talk to some of these NPCs, they may give you more information when you go into some of these screens, like maybe going to get a mech or something, and you get some information there. And you just kind of working your way, working your reputation, working your money. I've got a reputation for being risky. As you can tell, I've made some friends and made some enemies. The Kurita, I'm hated. Merrick is positive. You get those people some aloe. Absolutely. Oh, there's also different, like we didn't even go, like we're still in this area here. I think it's different biomes and stuff too, right? So that was the capital of the Free Worlds League. This is the capital of Commonwealth. Let's travel here. All right, a little longer travel this time. Terrible. All right, see, and here we are on the Hoth planet, right? Planet Hoth, right? We're in a little snow area. Let's take a look at these people. Hey, how's it going, Steiner? She's a little too smiley for me. Looks like she's a nice person. Defense of the Water Factory, 300 sea bills, 1 medium. Just almost a pure cash transaction, right? Because we are kind of risky. We're not going to get as much money up front. And we may not get, probably the biggest difference is going to be in these percentages and stuff because of our reputation. I don't know if the actual core payment will be much different, but definitely affects your negotiation abilities and your offerings, right? And we'll just fly in here real quick. It's difficult to win. Oh, so I forgot about that. Yeah, so that was the other part we didn't do. We did not go and fix our mech. So my mech was down to pretty bad. Oh, that's her mech. Now I could just take her mech. Look at this thing. It's in pretty bad shape. Do I have enough to repair all? Let's find out. All functional now. Let's reload this bad boy because I don't see anything. Okay, there we go. All right. And hers, I don't think she even got hit. I don't even know where she was even at. I don't even know where she was at, man. Now, one thing we didn't look at really much was the story. So there's tons of story in the manual. And then there's this Newsnet. So you'll be having some communication here as well. Personal message from Jordan Rowe, Valencia, Anders Moon, Draconis March, Federated Sun's goodwill from all of us on what? Oh, wish me a happy birthday. There's still a candle burning for you here. Best of luck. Okay, so I think we left from Anders Moon, and that's the reason why we got arrested, because they were waiting on us. But there are messages that come in that may be valuable towards learning where you need to go to. Right? So there you go. That's your Mechwarrior, man. What do you think? What do you think about the Mechwarrior 1? Did you ever play 2? What'd you think about it? How is this? This is a big difference, right? It's a lot different than 2, especially like this part. Mechwarrior man, yeah. Okay, so that's another guy. He looks like he's already got some damage on his arm, right? Or are we in a? We're in a Jenner, right? It's not the Jenner. Well, I wish you would tell me. Is this my? Okay, that's my. Okay, that's the Lotus. All right, so that's the Lotus. That's what she's in. That's definitely my. All right, so he's got an arm, but his weapon arm is on the other side. Can zoom in, I believe. Yeah, we're zooming in. I don't know if you can fire from zoomed in. I guess you can. All right. Oh, they got some missiles coming at me. Got some missiles. Oh, too close. Too close. You're right in my face. Get out. Get out of my face, man. I can't see. Oh, I'm down. I'm down. I gotta get up. Gotta get up. Am I down? I can't see. Get out of that zoom mode, man. Oh, zoom times 2, zoom 1. There we go. And I need to get up. Get up. Get up. Where's he at? He just ran me right over. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Okay, my partner's over there. We must be defending this here. So let's get right here and let's fire on this guy. All right, we're gonna give him all the guns, right? We're gonna give him all the guns. He is a medium, which is oh, I'm down again. Oh, he is rocking my world, man. He is rocking it. Rock it. Yeah. Locust down. Locust down. I'm on fire. Look at my heat. My heat is increasing. It's increasing. What does that mean? How do I get up? Am I just in trouble? Am I down, or it's my partner to come get me? Can I jump back out of here? Boy, he totally pantsed me before, Tank Girl. All right, I think my partner is actually coming along here. And I must have failed. All right, I must be out. There we go. Oh, my friend also got kind of got hurt too there. So you get a little different screen, like when you take little mech damage, but you still fail. Oh no, she was killed. Sajak was killed. I've never seen that. I've never lost a merc. Good thing we got a save. Avian, what's up? Brian doing Mechwarrior right. Run right into the opponent. Shoot. I've never had a merc die. Oh no. Not poor Sajak. No. Oh man, that hurt. Was the phrase kill the meat, save the metal, or something like that? What's the phrase exactly? Dispatch with the meat. Scrap the meat, save the metal. I forget what it is. Something like that. Something like that. Man, that's too bad. I know, right? Houdini 7, you should take better care of your mechs. This is fact. Also should be better at this game. All right, so that's Mechwarrior 1. I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, it's pretty much all we got everything right. I mean, we kind of covered everything that you kind of do within the game. But you know, you want to be successful, which I was not. There you go. DOS. This released 89. So what's that, like DOS 5 or something? Maybe even older than that. I mean DOS 5. Something like DOS 5 probably. And yeah, there you go. I mean, of course, later on you could absolutely probably run it, you know, on a different machine, but there, that's it. Now let's get out of this one. And let's take a look at one of the other Mechwarriors. But first, before we do that, let's take a look at, let's just take a real quick peek. Real quick looky-doo. That's right, I said it, a looky-doo. Poo-poo platter looky-doos. Let me boop that on mute. And let's head over to YouTube. And see if there is the mech. Oh, it's not. It's Battletech cartoon. Battletech animated series. And you may have never seen this, but we're going to just quickly look. Oh, here we go. Here's just the opening. All right, let's see if that gives us an idea of what we're looking at. Let me show you. All right, yeah, there we go. This is terrible. This is an awful version of that. Let's take a look at this one. Maybe this will give us the intro. Federated Commonwealth. Is that 3050? The Gathering Storm. Oh, someone's going to give me like a little intro thing. So here's your art. You know, it's very G.I. Joe era looking, looking all right here. I like these scenes, right? I like these fully 2D drawn mechs. And it looks pretty good, right? Looking pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, definitely the 90s. Yeah, definitely the 90s. Tonda. And now we got a little bit of animation with the mechs. They're coming out here, right? And I think any minute now we'll be turning this over to our 3D department, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's see. Oh, what? They didn't do it. They didn't do it in the first episode. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so when they get, okay, so when they go into enhanced imaging.
With these inner sphere surrats alone. Now switching to enhanced imaging.
Ah, there we go. So then you get this enhanced imaging thing. This is like a little gimmick, right? It's like, hey, we got some 3D animators, but we're gonna also occasionally. Right, Captain. The clan has the enhanced stuff, yeah. But this was kind of like your little thing in between. This is like your gimmick every episode. It's like, let's get on the board. Let's do some 3D animation. This mech is finished. It's over, man. It's over. Very Tron, right? So some of it's kind of cool. You may remember this character design. I don't remember watching this specifically, but I do remember occasionally coming across these like seeing it on TV, because I remember not her, but I do remember his character very well of the clan. Let's see. I missed it. There he is. Yeah, this guy, I've seen this guy's face. Yep, Reboot also came out in 94. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to I think it only lasts like a season, maybe half a season. I think it was only like a half a season. It did not do well. What? Ah! Okay. I love that. My hair is beautiful. There's all the planets. They got all the stuff, man. They got all, if you like Battletech, this is probably right up your alley. But it's a cartoon, half season, I believe. We might have to like at least watch a half episode. But that dropping to the clan 3D stuff. Whew. Whew. Rough. Rough, I say. Now, Mechwarrior 2. Let's see how we need to handle this one. Now, Mechwarrior 2 originally released for DOS. Why, you may ask? Because Windows 95 had not been released. So the first Mechwarrior, not Mechwarrior Mercenary, which is the one I'm used to, which definitely was out, 96? So Windows 95 was definitely out by then. Windows 95 came out late, September or something of 95, something like that year. So, but the first Mechwarrior 2 release, which is like called 31st Century Combat, I believe. Yeah, that's what it's called. 31st Century Combat. It came out in July 24th, 1995 for DOS. and released for Windows later in December. And then later on for the Mac OS, and then the Saturn and PlayStation, but not in... I think the Saturn version came to the UK, and the PlayStation version was released in the US. I believe that's how it went. I'll make sure of that. Yeah. Anyway, there's the Mechwarrior 2 for the console is actually called Mechwarrior 2 Arcade Combat Edition because you used it with the controller, so it's a little more simplified. But so let's try to play the Mechwarrior 2 31st Century Combat. I think that's the one I have on the MiSTer. So let's head back over to the MiSTer and see if we can do that. Everybody familiar with the MiSTer? Everybody know what we're talking about? Everybody know what we're talking about when I say the MiSTer? Sometimes I worry that I'm worried that I'm like jargoning it up, right? It's like with retro stuff, I'm at this weird place with retro. When I first started learning about retro gaming, and it is practically a movement, and it's kind of hard to define, but you know it when you see it, right? Is that what they say? So when you first get into retro, you think, oh yeah, I got this, no problem. I know everything there is to know about retro. You get some emulators or you play with the real hardware, and that's it. That's all there is to it, right? No, you emulate retro games on, your PC or your Mac or whatever. And that's where you start. And you think you know it all. And then you run into people like TondaGossa, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm using the MiSTerFPGA. And you're like, oh, what the hell is that? And then you try to get your head around it. It's like, what do you mean is hardware emulation? What does that even mean? Why? How is that different than what I was already doing? Then people are like, oh, it's just more accurate. It's like, is that important? And it's like, what does it even mean? Field programmable, what? And so then you learn all about the FPGA. You learn about accuracy and how it, then you figure, first you're like snubbing it. You're like, that's so stupid. I don't need all that. I'm just playing Super Mario anyway. What does it matter? And then you find out, oh, it really does make a difference with the latency. You think that's something that only like pro gamers talk about? Oh, the latency. And maybe you occasionally run across a blatant issue of latency and you may go like, oh, that's latency. But then you get to a point in your retro exploration and you start feeling it. You're like, oh, I know how a million other games play on the NES. And I can obviously tell this is a bad one. So, man, yeah, it's really, when you first get into retro, you see it and you think, oh, it's very small. It's a very small thing, right? And then you get in there and you open the door and it's like, oh my God, this is huge. How does CRTs work? How do these CRTs even, how is that even different? What do you mean there's no real pixels? How did it work? What are you talking about when you first start learning about scan lines too? It's just like, oh my God, what are scan lines? What does that matter? And then you realize when you're playing emulation stuff, you're like, oh yeah, it really does make a huge difference when you're looking at the scan lines because those games were designed for scan lines. Why do they look so ugly? Tonda says people think they got worse at games as they get older, but it's something sometimes it's just playing on emulators or software. It could just be, it's not the thing. You make all that muscle memory. That's right, Avi. That's exactly why I own all these CRTs. FPGAs are black magic, Captain Kipper. Captain Kipper, you would love to have a MiSTer, but the price was too much. Now they got that MiSTer Pi thing too. That's kind of reasonable if you can catch it in stock, right? The Windows version needs a Pentium, says Captain Kipper, for the I don't think the 31st Century Combat, the DOS version that released, I don't think it needed a Pentium. We were not rocking Pentiums on Windows 3.1, right? No way. No way. Now some of the next stuff, the Windows version, you got to have a Pentium. So, but the original DOS release of Mechwarrior 2, 31st Century Combat for DOS, I think ran on a 46. Avian says, now that you have all this old school tech, will you find that TV show that had light gun integrate? Absolutely. Oh man, that'd be great. You know, there's a new light gun that's got a time crisis built into it. They're working on. Have you seen that, Tonda? But yeah, the only reason why I know the Captain Kipper is I literally learned that today. Like I'm going, don't you know? Don't you know the DOS version? It's like I didn't yesterday. So don't worry if I come across as oh, don't you know? No, I didn't know. I didn't know this morning. I think I learned that on my lunch break. That's how fresh and new this knowledge is. Captain Power. Okay. Oh, the Photon TV series. Yeah. You guys remember the old telephone things where you would call in? Did you have one in your area? It was a local thing, I believe. You would call in and there was a TV show basically, and it would happen in the afternoon between the, you know, the daily after school cartoons, and you would call in and you and another person who also called in would then voice activate like a game of, you know, whatever, Galaga or whatever, or Space Invaders. And you would shoot that way. And at the time I thought it was great because, so you would call in and you would be one player, another player would be on the other side, and you would compete for the high score. And let's say it is like Space Invaders, your ship would be going back and forth, and you would go pow, pow, pow. And every time you go pow, it would fire. And then the other person on the other side would be doing the same thing, and you're trying to get to the high score. And of course, it's just mayhem, and because two kids are yelling it into their phones, and it's all being broadcast on TV of them going pow, 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 and some are going pew, pew. And was it called TV Pow? That's hilarious. And so you would do that, and I always thought, oh, cool, they've got a voice activated game system. But when I think about it, and I literally just came to this conclusion, so maybe I'm totally wrong, it was probably just some people on the other side pressing the button every time somebody said pow. Am I wrong? Because that makes a lot more sense than them having some technology that is hooked up to an arcade machine. Okay, so I don't remember. So it was called TV Pow with a bunch of W's. Franchise television game show format in which home viewers controlled a video game via telephone in hopes of winning a prize. The TV POW format, produced and distributed by Florida syndicated Marvin Kemper, debuted in 1978 on Los Angeles station KABC. Okay. Here's the gameplay. In the video game being featured, the at-home player would give direction over the phone while watching the game on their home screen. When the viewer determined that the weapon was aiming at the target, they said POW, after which that weapon would activate. Accounts, here's this Wikipedia page. Accounts vary as to what kind of controller technology was involved. Some sources state that the game consoles sent to the stations were modified for voice activation, while a 2008 WPIX station retrospective reported that stations without the special voice-activated equipment consoles would have an employee in the control room manually hit the fire button when their caller said POW or PIX, pronounced PIX in WPIX's case. Yeah. I bet you nobody had that special technology. I bet you there was always somebody. Right, Captain Kipper? There must have been some huge lag. I wonder if anyone has got video footage of that. I would love for you guys to see just how arcane we were living back in the 80s. Let's see if there is anybody. Here's the intro. It says, let's take a look at this. And this feels right. Let's get some audio. All right, so here we go. Here's the intro.
It's time for fun and prizes with Captain Mitch and Pow, the only game in town.
Only game in town.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Oh.
You all to know that along with playing our PAL, the only game in town today, we are also going to pick some fabulous winners for some fabulous prizes.
Some
as
fabulous
a result of
winners.
the multiple sclerosis readathon, so
Oh,
please stay tuned.
multiple sclerosis readathon.
Before we finish this afternoon. First cartoon right now.
Oh, they're gonna do a cartoon. Oh, that's just the intro. I wanted to see. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what is this? This guy's kind of breaking it down. This is a PAL promo. Okay, let's take a look at this one.
Announcing a major change in TV PAL. Now with that announcement, Ranger Bob.
Thank you. Hey, Buckaroos, it's two-player PAL. Each day, twice as
Yeah,
many
there's
of
the
you get a
game.
chance to play, with the winner of every match getting $20. Everybody will also win a Ranger Bob Cup and
Ranger
tickets to
Bob.
Olympic Park. Every afternoon, we put two Buckaroos on the phone together and let them battle it out. Don't miss the excitement. Speed Racer, the Little Rascals, and two-player PAL, weekday afternoons at 4 here on Channel 31.
Take the extra W's off. All right, let's take the extra W's off and let's see if we can find it. Okay, so that looks like some animation from later. That's the promo. Oh, wait, is this? This is not in my language. Barney's Army. So I guess it's just syndicated, right? So I guess you would just, everybody would do. Oh, this person looks local to what they're doing. Interesting. Oh, the debut of TV Power. Let's see what this is all about.
Now we've had calls from Orange County this morning.
Wait.
Mrs. Lowe
Wait.
called in from Northridge.
What?
We've had everybody. I'm going to get this organized.
Okay, this is not it.
Anyway,
That's not what I remember. That's not what I remember. I don't remember Regis. Barney. Oh, the Bozo Circus. Wow. Did they get into it? I mean, it looks like the whole thing was like cartoons, and then part of it was the actual pow 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 thing, right? Oh, look at this. This is like early Twitch. How Inception is this? This is early Twitch. This is the final stuff. Oh, so this is the final version here.
hey, Reg, all the way from Cary, my friend. How about playing some space battles here, guys?
Yeah, it was Kathy Lee.
Okey-doke, we got 30 seconds here.
Okay, here we
Reggie
go.
is gonna play some
This is what I
space
remember.
battles. Go for it there, guy. Ooh, there you go. Here he goes. All right. Leo, what's that noise there, guy? Huh? Wait a second. There's something very strange going on here. Hey, wait a minute. Rito, what's the power?
Okay. Was this okay? So I'm assuming somebody made fun, right? But essentially, that's how it worked. It was just people
Announcing
yelling
a ma-
"pow" at the screen. So okay, I didn't mean to go down the rabbit hole. But that was fun. All right. Yes, that was Kathy Lee, and yeah, that was some. That was when they were young, right? Let's try this next community day. Oh my God, I wonder if there's a game that'll do that. God, but it was so annoying. It was just the worst. It was just the actual that part of it. I guess the rest of it was fine because it was cartoons and stuff, right? But you know me, rabbit holes are where I live, says Abe. That's right, man. Well, that's right. Let's take a look. We lost our Bluetooth connection earlier on our keyboard for the Mister, so we got to figure that out. Mess with me, and I'll go to 2. I'll change over. You can't beat me. Got a dongle. There's more than one way to skin a Mister. There we go. Mess with me, will you? All right, we might have to install this real quick too. So I hope that I hope the version I have. I checked this morning, but I was in kind of a hurry. So let's take a look to see if the version of the one I have is the 486 version, I believe, which I use just the extended memory. Right, basically Twitch plays, right, Tonda? Yeah. All right, so that looks good. Let's take a look to see what let's see. Okay, so we're definitely going to need faster systems. So let's get into the DX 3300 megahertz. I think everything else should be fine there. On video, I don't think I changed anything there. We probably want to reboot though. Even though I think it's on the fly. Let's find out. Hey, you Pinocchio! Pikachu. All right. Let's see here. We get into... It says CD drive there. That can't be right. That's just my... Oh, that's C drive. Why did I name it that? That wasn't smart. I named my C drive CD drive or CD drive. Yeah, that's confusing, Brian. CD, let's take a look. Mech2Q, I think the one I looked at was the original release for DOS. I should not need to restart it, but I should be able to go to, is it the D drive or F? I think F is where my mounts, nope. E, let's see what that is. Nope, that looks like a share. I think that is a share, I think. Unless, no, maybe not. No, this is MiSTerF. That definitely can't be that. All right. E, F, G, Hutton. Do I have to maybe reset? I do. Wouldn't be Z, would it? No, I think I'm about to reset. So I've put the IDE. Oh, you know what? Maybe it needs to be. Well, that's VHD, so it's got to be that. So that this is this. All right. I think maybe. Try D. That's what I thought too, but D I think is the Mr. Share. Mr. Share. Oh, I think this is where we ran into problems before. Remember? It was having trouble. Wonder if I put it on. If I assign the drive letter later. If I put it in 1.1. So first of all, let's unmount it. See, when I unmounted it, went like that. And maybe this is no good. Maybe this BenQ file is no good and it's not reporting it properly. So possible. There's nothing here, right? No, boot, boot. Hot swap. One CD is hot swap. And this one is not. I wonder if the hot swap is the problem. Why it's not booting. Maybe it's reporting it as open, maybe? Let's find out. What did it say? I didn't read all of that. What did it say? Number of drives 1. And it's still locking. It's locking up. That is mounted. It's locking up. Let's verify it with a different. Do it with a different image to see if we can verify. Yeah, it went straight in. All right. So maybe that ISO is just no good. I haven't tested anywhere else. I still don't know what a TSS fix is. What is TSS? Does anybody know what TSS is? Watch that be the one thing that's probably giving us trouble. I'll be so mad. I'll be so mad. I get mad. I get mad. Anybody else get mad? Anybody else like a mad Billy Goat from some children's TV programming? Just me? I get mad. Get mad. Everybody, I get mad. Everybody gets mad. Me too. Let's not log out of that, but I think D is, like I said, I think that is a mystery. Oh, no, wait. Oh, that's because it's still lit. Oh, interesting. So I swapped the disk out, but it's still not recognizing it. So I'm going to say that this is no good. I'm going to say that the one I have is not right. Because you guys are right. So it should have been D, right? But it didn't like it. It didn't like it. I say it didn't like it. Oh, but it was fine. It found something, obviously. Well, while we're waiting for that, we'll just go to C. Who wants to go to C drive, Windows? Who wants to see Windows 3.1? Well, you know you do. For work groups. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, look at that. Popped right up just like that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not going to give me any joy here. Let's go to the D drive in here. Nope, still seen, even though we got hot swap on. But did I do that after? I haven't reset it. What if I used a different memory choice? Is that the problem? I don't think so. Okay, so we still got that mech in there. Let's try this TSS fix. And so many people will tell me if that's anything, I'm going to try that. And then we're going to try 256 megabytes of RAM. Yeah. And then we're going to go to user defined. And we're going to set that now to 90 megahertz. Why not do some almost Pentium rocking, right? Almost Pentium style. And we're going to reset. Go back to display memory. Boop. Made a whole bunch of changes. See if that makes a difference. Not a bit. I highly suspect my image. Come on, man. Where's my chill music at? You have swapping off on the second IDE. Have swapping off on the second. It does have on the second boot, you mean? Oh, yeah, on the CD hot. Yeah. I've got it turned off. So there's two CDEs, and I leave one with no hot swap and one with hot swap. And I tried that both ways, and it did not make a difference. And I've been putting it into IDE 1.0, and I tried it in the second one as well for hot swap and not hot swap. And I could receive a no joy. A no joy. And maybe something on my bat file is causing some kind of problem. It's like it is stopping on that mixer set. But there may be something else in my bat file that maybe is causing a problem as well. All right. There you go. So, get rid of that. And instantly pops into there like that. And then we're going to go to Windows / Nope. Missing high memsys. Make sure your files in Windows directory. Oh, what happened? So, yeah, it looks like right after that mixer set, it looks like it's doing something. And it says drive D equals trying to pull up the driver for the CD-ROM. And then it's dying, and also is messing with my high mem as well. Interesting. Now we don't have the ROM in there at all. Go straight in. No mem errors. I wonder what's going on. I don't have time to check it out, Brian, but I want to look. No. No. We got friends over. And we need to take a look. 14 Girl says, hum a little tune, man. Just hum a little tune. I believe in you. But let's do it. Let's set Windows. Let's set up Windows. I think it's a great idea. But we'll sit here and look at the we'll look at this screen real quick while we hop over to our ISOs to make sure that, you know what? I do remember having to leave and cut out pretty quick this morning. And I wonder if I cut off the transfer too soon. I wonder if the one that I was transferring over matches the one in my ROM set. I bet that is the problem. What you want to bet? You got some money? Anybody want to gamble? Oh, that's a kick. I'm sorry. I forgot I was on Twitch. Always converted them to ISO, Captain Kipper. I do typically convert them to ISO. However, if there is no option to install all files, which could be potentially that, then you would lose your audio tracks. So if it is a CD that does not completely install everything, however, references the CD for its music files, which I believe Mechwarrior 2 does in some cases, different versions. You would then lose the audio because the ISOs do not have track information. It discards that. Before Tech Girl says, sings the opera song from The Fifth Element. Beautiful. And did she keep a stone in her belly? Isn't that what she did? She was stone-bellied. Stone belly. Am I getting that right, Captain Kipper, or am I wrong about that? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Got the limited edition, titanium edition. So neither one of these would be any good. So maybe that's not even the one I need. That one's empty. All four of them. She didn't hide all four of them, did she? She only had one in her belly, right? 0 stone, 0 crates. She just had the one, right? Before Tigger says all cling on to me. You didn't see the did you see the you saw it, right? You saw the Fifth Element. She didn't have all four. Is that right? She didn't have all four in there. Fortenko confirms it. Jeez, I could have swore. See, that's the reason why you don't depend on me. Don't depend on me, man. Are you sure? That doesn't seem right. You know how long it's been since I've seen Fifth Element? I got to get back into it. Oh, man. I'm an idiot, if that's the case. So the ROMs I have are Mechwarrior Titanium Edition, which is one that was released, I believe, in 96. And it might have, did it include the DOS versions? Unsure. The limited edition came out in 96. And it had both the Windows and the DOS version. And that's the one I copied over. Okay, so I think that was the one I copied over. Because it would have had the Windows and... Okay. Let me clear my throat. Kick it over here, baby pop. Ever play the Fifth Element game? I don't think I have. Used to make me dizzy. Do you get to play as Ruby Ross's 410 girl? That's a great question, Captain. Do you? Do you? She's like the TARDIS 410 girl. I swear she only had one stone. I thought they already had the other 3 stones, and that she had the 4th stone, and then Lilu is the 5th stone. Is that right? Isn't that how that? God, it's been so long since I've seen that. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, Brian. Why don't you know this? Hey, while I got you guys here, what do you guys know about the Tandy and how Tandy and DOS works? I don't understand how it works. I don't understand, because it looks like sometimes I can run Tandy EXEs on regular DOS. It definitely runs on open DOS, but will it work on other things? I'm just not sure. I'm not sure about it. I'm going to delete both of these files. They're currently on here. I'm going to make this more like it's supposed to be. I'm going to make a folder. Call it Mechwarrior 2. Just called it Mechwar. Mechwar. Got to call it 2, Brian. 2. Seriously, what do you know about the Tandy? I don't know nothing. I know I can't wait to play some Battletech this weekend. Tonda says I had a Tandy growing up and still don't understand. Tandy had extra video modes. I was thinking because they had like some of the first EGA stuff, right? Graftark says I miss my Tandy 1000. Which Tandy, right? That's a good question. Which Tandy? All right, let's copy it in again this time, and let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it with more feeling this time. We still got the hot swap. We're in Windows 3.1. Did we leave the regular memory? Yeah, we did. We left the regular memory on this time. All right, so let's do a little Tandy talk. It's Tandy Talk with Brian in the chat room. Joining us today is TondaGossa, Captain Kipper, and who else has got some feedback? Capkeeper says Tandy video modes were enhanced CGA, which is what 4-bit color that looked like EGA. Interesting. Tana says I just remember using it for Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, and typing up reports. Some of my favorite games were those TV game shows brought to video game systems or 8-bit computers. Love them. Dot matrix. Tana says with a dot matrix printer, way after inkjets were a thing. I'll tell you, I had a Okidata. Is it Okidata? That's what I always call it. OKI data. I had the black and white for the longest time. And then I remember I got the color one year. And that was the most amazing thing. It was a Commodore 64 with an Okidata printer. I had the black and white forever. And then one Christmas I got the color. And the color ribbons were so wild. They almost, it had like this, had a ribbon. Am I remembering this correctly? It seemed like it had 4 colors and segments. And maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like it had like a segment of one, like, red, green, blue, and then it would kind of like, it would rotate back and forth. Captain Cooper says it was a thermal, if I recall correctly. Or is that one he was looking at? Poor Tank Girl says, damn, they still have Tandy leather stores in Louisiana. Captain Cooper says the Tandy 1000 was based on the PC Junior. And all that stuff is kind of IBM compatible, right? Gamer Guy, what is up, Gamer Guy? Good old tractor feed paper. That's right. Get you some paper feeding through there. Tear off the edges. It's great. Captain Kipper says Tandy had 640 by 200 with 16 colors. Makes sense. Before Tanker says peeling off the edges, trying not to tear the paper. Yeah, no. Making banners. I used to love making banners. Everybody always had a banner for their birthday. Oh, if it was Terminal. It says Captain Keeper. Thermal printers are great. Captain Guys, hi. Tonda says the paper you had to tear off the edges, right? It was great. It was great. It was good times. Were had by all or none. All right, let's see. We got. I copied the ROM over. I copied over the ISO or BenQ file is actually what I copied over, and I put it under a folder like all the rest of my stuff this time instead of throwing it out there. And let's just see. We did that. Hot swap should be available. Let's go to File Manager. Should be the D drive. All right. Maybe it was just a bad copy. Look at that. We were working hard for no reason whatsoever. So I guess the next question is, should we try to run this from 3.1 circa 1995, early 1995, before we would have gotten our Windows 95? I think this is the way we would have done it, right? I think by 94, 95, we were mostly operating on Windows 3.1. A lot of us were. Got a fixed boot. Is there a README file? We used to do those, right? We used to do the README files. And, ooh, it's got DirectX. I don't know. That's kind of questionable. Did we have DirectX? But it said it had both, right? It said it had the ROM I saw said it had both the DOS version and the Windows version, because even when Windows 95 came out, we were still doing some DOS gaming, right? Because some things still, oh, there we go. MWinfo.txt. That makes sense. Let's fix the boot first. Info.txt. There we go. Got a help file as well. Remember help files? Let's look at the full help file. Let's see. Oh, trial agreements. Look here. Non-combat protocol. We can just go to the help file. We used to write help files. Did you ever do that? Was that something that you did in Windows? Man, 3.1? Man, you'd write some help files. Sure, you could read some text files, but wasn't it fun to write some help files? A little formatting? It was a whole thing. Captain Keeper says there were 2 text files. Diagram is a cockpit. No, that's right. This also had NetMech. And we're using work groups for 3.1. So we would qualify for, some more network connectivity. I don't know if it would be exact, but we could certainly try it. Let's take a look at the info. There's MSN. Oh, no, it's too large for Notepad. What would I have opened it in then if I would have not read it there? All right, by clicking on yes, so that looks fine. But what else would you open it in if you weren't opening it in Notepad? I'm unsure. So let's just go over to the setup and see what happens, right? Oh, there's a start exe. Got your VESA checker. You would think that setup would be in here or some kind of MW. Oh, here's the install file. Let's see if that is the magic for us. Yeah, just go from the prompt. Let's just go from the prompt, baby. Oh, WordPad? That's a good point. Was WordPad 3? I guess we was, right? All right, here we go. Look at this. We did our little install, and it recognized that we was doing the DOS installer, so very good. I wonder if it detected it from that or not. I don't know. Like I said, we tried to be I say we. What I meant to say was me. I'm the only one playing. Let's see how close we can get to the original experience from install to play. I believe I may be the only person. Am I the only person doing that? I'm not a snob because I don't judge people for not doing it. I just feel like to report on it properly, if it's something I have no real memory of, and even when I have real memory, maybe it's some false memories, I feel like I need to cement what I know so that when I talk about it, people won't smell bullshit. Because some people have very good memories about things, especially if it's something important to them. So if I'm talking about Mechwarrior this week and I don't do it, I don't do my due diligence, oh, they'll know. They'll know. That's right. It is I should take an oath. I should do that one day. Take an oath before Tank Girl. It's your sacred duty as a retro player. Captain Kipper says, I understand it. I just refuse to live it. Absolutely. And I tell people that all the time. They'll look at me and go, what do you do again? You don't play those retro games and stuff? Why would you want to do it? I'm like, dude, I do not expect you to retro like I do. Because what I do is research. And have fun too. But it's research. And so I have to dig much deeper. If most people would get just as much satisfaction just throw an emulator on their Windows machine and just go into town, right? Swear on a CRT. That's a great idea for Tank Girl. Hey, Kapir says, we still use dot matrix accordion paper printers in my college computer science class in the early 2000s. Yeah, that's good stuff. We still have a dot matrix printer with accordion paper at work. It's this big, giant, industrial looking thing. And it's specifically because of the way the ledgering needs to take place, right? Tractor paper. Yeah. It's, yeah. So don't burn my hands, though, says Fort Tanker. All right. So Mechwarrior 2 for DOS installer version 1.1. So they needed a .1. Program will install the files necessary for the DOS version of Mechwarrior 2. If you want to install the Windows 95 version, please press Control-X to exit and follow the instructions of the installation guide. And that would be the Windows 95. We're in 3.1. Installation will take a few minutes. The steps are configure MIDI. View the README file, review installation, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's go. Let's go. It did not give me any specifications on what I might need to do. So we're going to see, is this going to fill the whole screen? Okay, so this is this old installer thing with this, what's the word I'm looking for? Crosshatch, halftone. Look, background. Okay, so by default, it says no MIDI music. Digital audio, none, which is wrong because you know what? We got a sound blaster in this thing, so you better give it to me. Does anybody remember what the settings were? I bet you Tonda does. Was it the 16 one? I think it was the 16 one. Let's see if it'll just do it. Okay, so it's found it because I put it in there, so it should find it. It should find it. And then let's see. Let's do this one, and I think we can use the same thing for MIDI because didn't the 16 do MIDI and the other. I don't think I would need another one. Maybe could always look. Ooh, a Roland. Okay, nice. I don't think that's going to work. Ooh, internal speaker. I think I used the same thing on both, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can't remember. And the ad-lib gold music, it wouldn't even, would it? Okay, so this is the FM side anyway. So no, this is the MIDI side. Now we got the Gravis Ultra MIDI. Ooh, or was it the all 32? Same for both? All right. Because it would do both, so I would think that'd be right. Let's see if it can configure it. But it says it found it. It said it did the thing. Oh, wait, but it didn't. Selecting configure MIDI music driver. Wait, did I do something wrong? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Select a different sound driver. Attempt to. Did it even use MIDI? I don't even know if this game even used MIDI. Did it? Oh, MIDI music is there. It's the digital audio that's not. Oh, because I used it? I don't think I can use it twice. I'm not selecting digital. You are correct. And there's your answer. You guys were seeing it. You guys were seeing it. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. How sad for me. All right. There we go. Look at you. You guys are seeing it. You're probably going, Brian, what are you doing? You're just doing the same thing over and over again. Aiken Pierce is here from YouTube. I didn't mention, I don't think I said Aiken Pierce. What's going on, Aiken? What's going on? Is that Freedom Rock? Turn it up, man. Oh, I ordered a couple of new shirts too. I got a new Commodore shirt coming and a new Dreamcast shirt coming. So I'm pretty excited about that because I've wore this other, I've wore my Atari and Commodore shirts to death. And in my Sega shirt, where's that at? I have a Sega shirt. Oh, I don't like that one as much. So it's got that flat painted print. Ugh, hate those. Thank you for purchasing Mechwarrior 2. Enjoy. Thank you. But please use file. You have it, guys. It's Mechwarrior 2 CD or your Mechwarrior 2 installed directory installation. Okay. Oh, into escape. Page up and down. Okay. Now be installed. Okay, so here we go. Mech 2. That's fine. Viewer change installation settings. Was there an option for installing everything so we don't have to come back to the CD? Install to a different directory. Change performance options. What are those? You have an A486 processors. Hey, look, it does have the things. All right. You have a 486 processor. These are the recommended settings for performance options based on your processor type. Some things will be disabled. Object textures are enabled. Display detail, object density, and chunky explosions. Obviously, we cannot. Okay, this is confusing. Oh, okay, that's just okay. I understand now. Is disabled? Okay, that's just a key on the right hand side. I thought that was something selectable. Use spacebar to enable disabled options. A few options disabled. The game will look less detailed, but it will run slightly faster. Okay. Boop. Display detail. We'll take the defaults. We'll take the defaults. Oh, type control enter. Boop. Or Tinker says chunky explosion was my wrestling finish move in high school. Was it after eating 6 hot dogs before doing the wrestling? Chunky explosion. Love it. All right. Mech 2. Let's do it. Minimal. Oh, so here we go. Here, full-blown installation. Requires 110 megabytes. Look how excited they are about this. So I think I got it. I got it. But the movies look incredible. Please be patient as this will take several minutes. Do not worry if your computer appears to install in larger files like database MW2 or MW2 program. Also, if you type Control-X cancellation, you should delete the directory. Gotcha. All right. No graceful cleanup is what it's saying. 410 Girl says, I just got 2 Dungeon Crawler Carl shirts. Oh, what is a Dungeon Crawler Carl shirt? Where do you get one of those? I want one. Dungeon Crawler Carl shirt. Dungeon Crawler Threadless, Etsy, TeePublic, Threadless. Would you get it from Threadless, maybe? Or did you just get it from somewhere else? Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, you made me mad. You made me mad. You got it from the official website. Is this the official website right here? DungeonCrawlerCarl.threadless.com. Is that the place? Dungeon Crawler Carl. I like it. Now, this is what I was talking about with my Sonic shirt. It's got that big flat color print on it. Ugh. I hate those stiff pieces of poo. Give me the funds. Dang it, donut. All right, let's see here. Ooh, they got a glurp glurp. Okay. Oh, I'm a little worried about some of these shirts, though. I have a feeling that these shirts look a lot better in pictures than they would on my body. Right? I'm always worried about those full print shirts. I'm always like, I don't know, man. I got the top image and the princess pose. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Aiken says, nothing much, making some vinyl decals for a craft show this weekend. Not familiar with these games you're playing this week. Yeah, Mechwarrior 1 and Mechwarrior 2. I didn't play until Mechwarrior Mercenaries, which I think is almost 1997. The first was in 89. And apparently there was other Battletech games as well. Westwood Studios was doing one. And so, I don't know. You sprang for the super soft. It was half price, says 410 Girl. Very nice. Very nice. Does it say super soft? Is that a thing? Oh, there does. It says extra soft. Tri-blend premium. Oh, they got all kinds of options. A ringer. I like me a ringer shirt. But bump a regular shirt. Ugh. All bunchy and stuff. What's the classic? Okay. Yeah, give me the extra soft, baby. Make that material a little bit thinner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, comfort colors, because you got to be comfortable. Oh, I'd like me some comfort colors there. Got some blue jean. No, I'm not big into the blue jean. How about some gray? How about some blossom? Ooh, pink blossom. How you doing back there, Doss? Oh, we're still in the A's. Holy shnikes. It's going to be a minute because we are running that 486. Once again, like I said, I just want to see, period accurate Brian had a 486 DX or DX4. Yeah, DX46. That's what I had. I had a gateway. So that just makes sense to me, right? You got brown for the other image, and that other one before Tank Girl was... Well, I've been doing all kinds of heavy lifting tonight for products that are not sponsoring my shows. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Let's see here. So the Desperado, the Donut, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Did you get this one right here? The big nice Star Wars looking crawl. Quality is great, says before. Yeah, Threadless is pretty good. Yeah, sponsor me, dadgummit. Joel, what is going up, Joel Nashi? I bought my first video card for Mech 2. Really, see, this is the kind of stuff I like to hear. First time cracking open a PC case, Beige Hewlett-Packard had to cut that little warranty seal. Felt so subversive. I know that feeling. I had the same feeling. I had to put voodoo cards and stuff in machines. And boy, was that upsetting. Damn it, Donut sponsor Brian. I know, come on, Donut. Give me a little sponsor money, man. Come on. How are we supposed to pay for these DOS games? Yeah, which card? That's a good question. Joel, which card did you get to put in there? Wow, there's a lot of A's, I hope. I hope there's a lot of A's. Because that would be... This is good. Oh, there we go. Then we skipped right down to Mend. So maybe there was a lot of A's. You had a Voodoo Rush, says Captain Kipper, when this game came out. 1995, earlier, like April or something, I believe. April, May, June, something like that. It was earlier in the year when the DOS version dropped. The one we're installing right now, though, was released later, but it still included the DOS version in case you had not upgraded to your Windows 95. And even then, you could still run DOS games on Windows 95. Joel can confirm. I don't remember. Video cards are pretty new concepts then, true. Yeah, Voodoo card, great. Voodoo Rush, great. So the Voodoo chips and stuff, very essentially, it's very focused on 3D stuff. I loved the Voodoo daughter cards, which allowed you to enhance your 2D graphics card, which may have been capable of doing some 3D. Get your Super VGA cards, right? Isn't that right? Was it Super VGA or this VGA still at that point in time? We were definitely, we still pre-AGP there, I believe, in the year of 96 or so. When did we get AGP? No, I'm not sure. Tanya says my first real 3D card was a Voodoo 3 3000. Yes. And man, did I love it. Was it not just absolutely awesome? Oh, you got the Desperado sticker too? Very good. PCI. What is this PCI? That's what I was thinking, because I remember going to I was in PCI video cards, right? I mean, first they had like ISA video cards and then PCI, which seemed great. And then we had AGP. And then they went to PCI Express. And I was like, wait, I thought, didn't we get rid of PCI? No. No. But yeah, I love, oh man, I so want to get a gateway. I so want to get a gateway 46 like I had. 4680 DX 46. Yeah, PCI came back with a vengeance, baby. PCI was like, hey, I'm the format, man. I'm the format. Look at me. We are going to take a look at this. And if I have time over the weekend, I'm going to try to take a look at this Battletech Beginner's Box a little closer with all the sweetness that is Battletech, which I never played. And while I was doing that, because I was thinking, oh, it's still in the A's, it's going to take a minute. And what do you know? It said, I'm done. And look at this. You could register. So we should register this for sure. You should register to win, because it's a plus a special offer. Welcome, Mechwarrior. Come out and play. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining the Mech team and to offer you a chance to win some killer stuff. If you take a few moments and register, if you take a few moments and register for your 90-day product warranty, you will automatically be entered into a random drawing for the Mechwarrior 2 prize giveaway. And what is that? You'll have a chance to win Activision software, t-shirts, watches, Mechwarrior 2 collectibles, and other prizes. To make this as quick and as easy as possible, we have set up 3 different ways of registration: by modem, by fax, or by mail. Please, 1 entry per person. Thank you again, and look for a special offer at the end of the registration process. I'm going to go ahead and have to say bypass. Thank you. Successfully installed. Win valuable prizes by fax. Get the fax machine out. Got to get everybody off the network. Sorry, I got to knock you off the modem there. Time to do a little faxing. Right, Joel? Oh, that gateway box cow motif. I bought one of those around the same time. Yes. Yep. SASE. You need that SAS. That SAS. The installer can obviously make a boot disk for Mechwarrior 2. This is not required to play the game, but if you're booting to Windows already, it might be a good idea to have that DOS boot so you can run straight into there a little better, so you don't worry about tying up memory and stuff. It's convenient too. To use a boot disk, and you put it. Do you wish to make a boot disk now? No, because we're not doing that. Installation complete. Press continue. All right, so it should have installed into the C drive, and maybe even, since it was in 3.1 when we did this, I wonder if it created any cool little application-specific. We got a little Sierra thing there. Would it added it to the games if possible? No, it did not add it to our games section. Maybe applications. I think I see MW backup. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's related though. So let's get out of Windows and we'll just run into DOS. Run tell DOS, man. And we're going to, as soon as our display moves, we're going to CD to, I believe it said Mech 2. Is that right? I think it was. And we are going to launch Mechwarrior 2. We probably should have looked at the manual to see if we need to do anything special. Oh, it must be. Oh, okay. That's fine. Mech2.exe. So it gave us a little more information there. Joel says, I live in Japan. All right. You were Friday then, right? You were Friday. You're. Oh, we got some audio already. They still use fax machines in Japan, Joel. Look at this DOS game. Oh, he's jetting it. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, he just turned around and shot back at me. It's like, I'm out. Situation bad. Mechwarrior 2. Right, Joel. I never played this particular one. I played Mercenaries. But I'm certainly getting a vibe from that era, right? Very much that era. All right. Captain, remember this one, right? Yeah. Captain says, I built a lot of ALR 486 systems back then. By this time, I was building P60 and P90 machines. Interesting. Man, absolutely. These things are packed full of, it's just nothing. It's mostly gas. All right, so Trials of Grievance, Wolf Clan Hall. So I'm curious, from those who remember when this came out, is this the original or is this added content as well? Jade Falcon Clan Hall. Is this how the original look? So I guess I either pick a clan or I do some trials. I guess it's a different game mode, right? Is this how that works? Clan, or Gamer Guy Rises. Oh yeah, this is original. This is the stuff. Let's see. We got just a. All right, so I'm probably going to go Wolf Clan, but let's just go Trials. So is this a kind of like a tutorial thing before you select something, or what is this? Planet Goat Path, Mesa Desert, Enemy Clan. And do we get to choose that, or is that okay? Timberwolf. All right, Nova Kit Fox. All right, 410 Girl, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'm not far behind you as well. Let's see. What do you guys think? What should we do here? We may have to like stream some this weekend because I don't know how far I'm going to be able to make it into this. I'm going to go. I am a Wolf Clan. So is this two different paths, or like can you play through one or the other? Are they diametrically opposed? Like if I pick these guys, I'm like definitely against the other guys. Oh, I love this movie. This is great. On the music too. Oh.
The founders, we must return.
Oh yeah, that's right, Joel. Because this is the first one with like it's called Mech Play or something, MechNet. All right, so here we go. So we got a Sibco roster. I guess I just put in my name, right? Active pilot, or do I put my, as my pilot? This is my pilot name. Oh, okay. Okay, so I select it. Uh-oh. How do I delete that? Let's see that one. Let's terminate that Mechwarrior. Let's try it again. We're going to do Mission Deep. Do that. It gives me their rank warrior honor. You got no honor. Mission Pyrolite. All right. New allegiance. So I guess if I did that, it would pop me out of there. If I do new allegiance, will it like pop me out to the main screen again? Okay, it does. Okay, so if I ended up saying, so I could inspect each one of them. So that's kind of cool. So let's watch. Let's take a look. All right, so let's look at the other allegiance here. Anybody have a preference to who they went with back in the day? Nothing better than a LAN party at the office, Joel. After a hard day of work, why not stay a little longer and do some more? Gonna have an ad starting here in a second for those on Twitch. If you're not subscribed, I've snoozed it as many times as I can.
And ascend to the heavens on the wings of the same. We remember with the clarity of Falcon's sight the words of Kerensky. Through the smoke of time he speaks to us, his chosen, and urges us onward with the promise of evil. We will retake what is ours by right, that shining jewel terror. Not the vastness of space, nor the wolf's obstinate howl will stay us from our righteous goal. We are crusaders and will trample all who stand in our way.
Register Sibco identity.
Sibco identity. Deep mission, right? I mean, they've got to be diametrically opposed. Honor 1355, mission Silent Thunder. Okay. I'm assuming this is where we came from, right? This was the registration. Could register more.
Register Sibco identity.
Okay. And got the gadget trainer. Archive hologram projection. Ready room.
Accessing.
Oh, clan history. Accessing. So plenty of lore to go through. These games are always super, they're super heavy in stories, so which is great. Okay, and here's, maybe this trial is going to give me a little bit more information. No, not really. So it's like another game. So is Trials the multiplayer part of it? Cadet. I thought it said gadget training. It says cadet training. I'm an idiot. But that's okay. Hopefully the ad is over. I try not to do too much. We did watch the intro for the other clan. And then we registered as Deep Mission instead of Mission Deep, just to be kind of the opposite. And that looks pretty good. I had read that the performance on the software rendered DOS version could sometimes be better performance-wise without losing much fidelity that you might see in some of the other versions, like the Windows 95 version. I think it looks darn good here. Yeah, I like it. But Joel, I love doing that. That was one of the most fun things to do, is having LAN parties at the office. Like, I had LAN parties where we had like a big, just big open area. And that's one thing. But being in an office and hearing one of your coworkers, who's usually pretty chill most days, just losing their shit was just the best. I love it. That's a great memory. And so let's see. So there's a trial nav computer. So let's take a look here. I guess we're going to get a little introduction. Oh, okay. So I guess this is where we start. Are we waiting for something to load, or are we...
Shutting down.
Okay.
Welcome to training, Cadet. I like to think of this lovely place as my home. Now, you wouldn't even think of upsetting me in my home, would you? Of course.
Oh, yeah. Descent and Hexen. Also amazing land games. Cap Kipper.
I won't get upset. I do bad things when I'm upset.
I do
so,
bad
what do you
things
say
when
we
I'm
do
upset.
a little nav computer training? Do not just sit there, Cadet.
What do you want me to do?
Console to target nearest nav point.
What do you say to punch?
Numbers across the top of the console to manipulate the throttle. Set it to half by hitting 5. Pull the mech to the left with your joystick and line up on nav alpha. Follow the arrow on the compass at the top of the HUD to find it. Line up those indicators, scrub.
Is something not working? Or is he just messing with me? I think something's not working. I think something's not functioning. Or maybe I need to look at my controls. Is it expecting me to have a controller? I may have to look into that more deeply. So we got it installed, right? So I may have to do some configurations and stuff. So we got a good start. Hey, we've been streaming for about 3 hours tonight, looking at Mechwarrior 1 and Mechwarrior 2, both on DOS. In this case, I'm hoping to look at the PlayStation version of Mechwarrior 2. And I've already looked at the SNES version offline. I'm going to have to do a little deeper digging on it too. But man, we've got a lot to cover this weekend for the next episode of Play Retro Show. Oh my God, why are you talking about Wipeout? You know I ain't got time for that because I love me some Wipeout. Are you talking about the TV show or are you talking about the game? Because I loved both. All right, well, I want to thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Tonda, thank you for that 5-stream streak. Shay gave us a resub earlier. Greg for Walkman subbed out the gate with 67 months. Hopefully I can be back this Saturday, even potentially tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. We usually record Film Sack on Saturday, but we're not recording this Saturday. It's according to how the weather is. I may be back in here. So kind of watch for me the next couple of days. I don't have a set streaming schedule for the next couple of days. Typically that is on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. However, there may be some time this weekend. So keep an eye out and hopefully we can catch up again. I'm definitely going to have to play some more Mechwarrior. There's just no way around it. I've got to get some of this stuff covered. I got to do it. That's right. Smoky Haze. Gross. Oh, thank you so much, Tonda. And you're going to be streaming. So Tonda should be streaming on Saturday. Are you doing Saturday stream or is that not happening this weekend? Tonda usually streams on Saturdays and I like to pop in. I hate to stream on Saturdays because then I don't get to watch the Tonda. Absolutely, Joel. Thank you so much. Hope are you still in Japan right now? And if you are, what time is it? What time is it there? Yep, you'll be back on Saturday, says TondaGossa. Be sure to follow TondaGossa. Did we ever give Tonda a shout out? I don't know if we did or not, but if you're not following TondaGossa, what are you doing? Excellent, Joel. Very good. I wish I was in, because I wish I was in, because I'm always seeing so much retro stuff in Japan, and I want to go to Japan because there's so many times I'll see on eBay stuff that's like shipping out of Japan, and I'm like, man, I wish I was there to dig through all this stuff. Oh, you're charging the judgment right, says TondaGossa. So if you get a chance, follow TondaGossa. TondaGossa, amazing friend and retro streamer. Check it out. Joel, it's good seeing you. I don't know what time of day it is there, but I hope you're having a good time. I'll go nuts there. Oh, I absolutely would go nuts. Like, especially the Sega Saturn stuff. The Sega Saturn stuff was so limited in comparison to what you saw in Japan. And man, there's so much cool stuff that I want to get. So much cool stuff. Thursday night, I'm not seeing any of the usual suspects. I was thinking about raiding in on somebody, but I'm not seeing any of our group. So I guess we need to do one of two things. Expand our group or stream at a time when other people are out there, right? All right. So we're just going to call it a night and tune, like I said, just keep your eyes open. Well, I'll probably be back. I'll most likely be back sometime this weekend. So, you know what? Does Miss Carter did Carter just come on? Is she even streaming on Twitch? Sometimes she does stuff. Atari Beer Pong? Okay, we could do that. Let me see if I can find him in our list. TondaGossa is recommending Atari Beer Pong. I do love my Atari stuff. And so we'll do that. Let me see if I can find him here. Oh, is he on let's see here. I think I follow Atari. Where's he at? Where is he at? I can swear I follow Atari, but I know I do. I don't like how the new raid thing works. I don't like how it works. He's playing some Deja Vu Lost in... Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's raid in on Atari Beer Pong. Also, looks like playing some Atari. Look at that. Smart. Thank you, Captain Kipper. It was so good hanging out with you. Thank you for all the support, man. Digging through those manuals, helping me find this stuff is amazing. Oh, is Jay Hammy on? Jamie Whammy? Who else is on? All right, guys. We'll see you sometime this weekend. If not, we'll see you on Tuesday because I got a colonoscopy on Monday. A colonoscopy on Monday. Gross. But I'll be back on Tuesday night regardless. We'll see you soon.